So cold, but I'm so hot.
Dope boys
Up in the trap, I'm dope boy.
with them knives.
The game so cold, but I'm so hot. Same old shit, still on the block. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. The game so cold, but I'm so hot. Same old shit, still on the block. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Down 8 gram, headed straight to the block. Pirates, this water water till it's hot. Mix it double up, turn a little to a lot. Right hand on the cell phone, taking order. Left hand 360, motor to a lot. Blue holler tips, gas switches on the dot. State game, true stickers can't be stopped. Laughing at you haters while I'm thumbing through the paper. Says long live to the bottom, won't you meet me at the top? The nigga ain't shit, yeah, get that a lot. Won't be deterred and I won't be stopped. Shaq Diesel number one, I post up on the block. 24/7 cause the hustle don't stop. 31 flavor, take an order like a waiter. I be selling more gas than a local truck stop. 1200 strong for a pound to the top. Got me shining, I'm a star. Ask about me, I am legend. They gon' tell you who we are. Fuck these niggas, fuck these bitches. Get money, all I know. No love for these bitches. Never saving these hoes. The game so cold, but I'm so hot. Same old shit, still on the block. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. The game so cold, but I'm so hot. Same old shit, still on the block. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not.
When I'm thinking about the past, yeah, gon' get some knots, gang, we at the spot. If we ever was short, then it's back to the block, you probably get shot. Every day the sudden change, we getting money, that's one thing that's never gon' stop. Real dope boys do what it takes, playing high stakes, living to die. Do your time, keep it quiet, no matter who you are, don't get what you got. Stack it up, that's the bond to stay fresh. Oh, they think that you're not. Take a roll with a hoe, they gon' let you go. Somebody done said you ain't hot. Just invest in yourself, don't worry about nobody else. There ain't no handout. If you say the same, put it on the chain. Let them see you ain't tied down. Got a couple rings, did a lot of things. I ain't really gon' talk about it. Give me a trade, get your bitch to go. She gon' show up and show out. So don't ask me what a dope at, cause you already around.
The game so cold, but I'm so hot. Same old shit, still on the block. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. The game so cold, but I'm so hot. Same old shit, still on the block. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not.
Circle small, period. First to death, killing it. Cashing out, spinning it. 100 round and skinny clip. Iced out, spilling drip. Purple and yellow, take a sip. Fly away and take a trip. Pink slip for every rip. Circle small, period. First to death, killing it. Cashing out, spinning it. 100 round and skinny clip. Iced out, spilling drip. Purple and yellow, take a sip. Fly away and take a trip. Pink slip for every rip. Started in a rumor house. Popular in Montgomery, that was back in 03, breaking down the whole beat. That's my nigga Roman, he'll tell you I'm a OG. That's my nigga Roman, he'll tell you what he sold me. I got what you need, 8 quarters, half an OZ. Out of space high, all day I'm in the nosebleed. 24/7, get the bag, count the proceeds. Said she ain't to please and she proceeds to get on both knees. Told her keep her pussy, all I wanna deep throat clean. Rolling up hot boxes, sweating to the OD. On an all-nighter full of road, getting no sleep. In and out of town on the road, paying 4 weeks. Plug with the plug, that deal price is so cheap. I got what you need, 8 quarters, half an OZ. Don't get tagged hot as hell, watching for the police. see me in the streets, no, nigga, you don't know me. Circle small, period. Fresh to death, killing it. Cashing out, spinning it. 100 round extended clip. Iced out, spilling drip. Purple yellow, take a sip. Fly away and take a trip. Pink slip for every rip. Circle small, period. Fresh to death, killing it. Cashing out, spinning it. 100 round extended clip. Iced out, spilling drip. Purple yellow, take a sip. Fly away and take a trip. Pink slip for every rip.
Serving out the crack, I feel like Jesus on that trap again. There's an eagle in my lap, double clip that's rapping fast. I don't need no touch, I'm in the booth, I'm about to testify. In the jungle pumping weight, nothing like an exercise. Headed to the Rose Bowl, back to rock the stadium. Tripping soldiers like a boss, they asking what I pay for them. Shoot and kill for real, we kinda penetrate your brain. Police never gave a fuck, that's why we always blaming them. Nigga with an attitude, feel like Dr. Dre and them. I don't fuck with suckers, I don't trust them, I don't play with them. Hit them from the back, I hit the door cause I don't lay with them. Always ready to stop by, niggas bout they pay the skill. Bands on me, now we doing donuts in the Lambo, play they gun, play they ammo, gotta get it, cause it's been no money. Power when I step up, going around like a tornado. Got a pluggy from Barbados, eating good, stay with
Circle small, period. Fresh to death, killing it. Cashing out, spinning it. 100 round extended clip. Iced out, spilling drip. Purple yellow, take a sip. Fly away and take a trip. Pink slip for every rip. Circle small, period. Fresh to death, killing it. Cashing out, spinning it. 100 round extended clip. Iced out, spilling drip. Purple yellow, take a sip. Fly away and take a trip. Pink slip for every rip.
Hashtag intervention for truth. Hashtag intervention for truth.
Every time I turn around, that pussy ass nigga in Detroit got something to say. MoneyBoy trade this, MoneyBoy trade that. Nigga, what's up? You don't want no smoke, bitch ass nigga. I'ma stay counting money. Run it up. Big face, blue honey. Run it up. What's beef, you don't want it. Extended clip, hold a honey. Drummer now, you don't want it. Drummer now, you don't want it. Drummer now, you don't want it. Extended clip, hold a honey. I'ma stay counting money. Run it up. Big face, blue honey. Run it up. What's beef, you don't want it. Extended clip, hold a honey. Drummer now, you don't want it. Drummer now, you don't want it. Drummer now, you don't want it. Extended clip, hold a honey. Extended clip, hold a honey. Trap lag, gotta jump in. 2 for 1, Tim Duncan. Back and forth, fiend coming. Blue faces out honey. Paper chasing, bitch, I run it. I'm a star, I'm a comet. Dripping sauce while I'm stunning. 000 comma. Cape Coast in Guyana. 3 bitches with me thick as shit. Probably ticket kicking in the sun up. State game, beating Hunter. Stupid loud marijuana. Louis Miller, born and raised, got it off the blade, hustling on the corner. Shades, Dolce and Gabbana. President just a shit Obama. Country thug, JJ, MoneyBoy trade, niggas got a problem. Pussy niggas used to rob them. Kept a 38 revolver. Got a problem solver. Red diamond like the Cardinal. 100 rounds in my arsenal. Treat her up like a hostel. I got shooters on the roster. Dreadhead niggas roster. Real deal, no imposter. Legendary on a roster. Real deal, no imposter. Legendary on a roster. I'ma stay counting money. Big face, blue honey. What's beef, you don't want it. Extended clip, hold a honey. Drummer now, you don't want it. Drummer now, you don't want it. Drummer now, you don't want it. Extended clip, hold a honey. I'ma stay counting money. Big face, blue honey. What's beef, you don't want it. Extended clip, hold a honey. Drummer now, you don't want it. Drummer now, you don't want it. Drummer now, you don't want it. Extended clip, hold a honey.
1 clock, 2 shots. They dead like 2 bye. I'm old school like a 2 truck. I'm really keeping working 2 Let's get it. Gucci linen on my ass. I ride designer like a mother. These niggas hit you like some false. I'm smoking cold, no walk. Nigga self-made, a nigga boss. Nigga 10,000, that's a boss. Come on. Petty little feel, Kenny Lofty. My middle name should be Caution. My trap booming, it's a option. What you want, nigga? For that word, they paying around. What you need, nigga? Bougie, but I'm young and handsome. Still tall like Rap Samson. A lot of niggas acting feminine. This man a chicken ain't sending me. Feeling like I wanna learn. Like Mike Gibson, all about the Benjamin. Multiplying like a gremlin. Shows you about to finish. Got no tape, people murder plots with the judge said. When he sentenced him, it was one of me about 10 of him. Keep a hard pad like Eminem. Me and Joe was kinda similar. We be something like a synonym. Motivation like a head dead broke. Boss got a DBA, but I'm going in, I'm calling it quote.
I'ma stay counting money.
Run it up.
Big face, blue honey.
Run it up.
What's beef, you don't want it.
No.
Extended clip, hold a honey.
100 round.
Drummer now, you don't want it.
No.
Drummer now, you don't want it.
No.
Drummer now, you don't want
No.
it. Extended clip, hold a honey.
100 round.
I'ma stay counting money.
Run it up.
Big face, blue honey.
Run it up.
What's beef, you don't want it.
No.
Extended clip, hold a honey.
No.
Drummer.
Good evening, people. Good evening. Hopefully, the other night y'all was saying the mic and shit was messing up. Hopefully, we don't have that issue this evening. Where's the other damn drop? Thank you, Miss Margie.
So good. Did he lick it off his hand like a dog? So good. What the fuck is wrong with him?
He's touched. He got the he touched. But yeah, he did. He dipped it in the pot. He put it scalding on his hand and licked it twice. It's so good. So good. Hold on, let's see. Yeah, I didn't pre-read some of these boy. I didn't pre-read some of this shit. Now, this is what she wrote herself, so it's gonna be a lot of spelling errors and shit in there. But yeah, boy, it's yeah.
Wait,
but what I wrote on the communal wall the first time, I'm actually finna show in black and white. You said she what, the truth? Hold on, let me get
she's
mine.
claiming her business closed because of this.
Yeah, she couldn't be the lace wig master. See, you the truth. You the got started already. Yes, she couldn't be the lace wig master no more because it is. Not the fact that she got sued for fucking that woman hair up. And nothing to do with it.
So you notice she put a cardiac episode, because if she had put a heart attack, they'd have made her prove that she had a heart attack. And she knows she couldn't do that. So she put cardiac episode, which could have meant anything. It could have been heartburn mistaken as a heart attack.
Yeah, and y'all know where we left off, so we went to start. You gonna read the first page, the truth? Good. Sure. I ain't gotta read. I can smoke my weed and eat because DoorDash just pulled up and stuff, and I am rather famous.
It damaged her. Okay, let's. Okay, all right. Let's begin. Let me get my reading glasses out since I'm so old, as according to these people. Due to the actions.
Now she gonna be. Ignore the spelling errors that's gonna be in there because she typed this herself. So that when they say psychial, I think she tried to say physical.
Okay. All right. So, all right, ready? Due to the actions of the defendants, plaintiff Griffin suffered severe mental and emotional distress. The plaintiff had to take debilitating psychotropics. These medications cause memory loss.
Psychotropics.
Yeah, psychotropics.
Psychotropic.
These medications cause memory loss and have damaged her liver. During this time of mental and sometimes physical instability, plaintiff was unable to work, and subsequently she had to close her business. Plaintiff suffered a cardiac episode brought on by the stress she faced while her daughter was being abused in state custody. Plaintiffs have just within the last 6-7 months began to reclaim her mental health. Plaintiff Griffin had to first deal with her mental health and the mental and physical health of her children before she could bring this action. Plaintiff Griffin is an African American woman.
Hold up. She tried right here. She is trying to explain why it. Hey, Miss Lynn, this is the first time you done ever got up here on your first time picking it. But she tried to explain why it done took her 3 years to file this damn lawsuit.
Yeah, this is her way of trying to explain to extend the ability for her to claim this in a lawsuit. That's what she's trying to tell the judge. Okay, plaintiff has just within the last 6 weeks claimed her. Plaintiff Griffin is an African American woman with diagnosed and documented mental health conditions, all recognized by the ADA. This makes plaintiff a member of 2 protected classes relevant to this action.
Uh-oh.
Well, maybe I'm guessing.
Yeah, she a big touch.
I'm guessing that they didn't do their due diligence when they gave her 2 foster kids, right?
That's what I asked.
No, they didn't. What state is it? Michigan?
Michigan, yeah.
Yep.
No.
I asked how Michigan could fail them kids like that.
So you gave them to a crazy woman.
They definitely failed them.
Who was actually diagnosed and labeled under not 1, but 2 mental illnesses. Wow. Okay. On February 12th, 2016. This is
here is just listing the actions taken before we get back into it. No, it's just all the actions that had took place in this court case, period. Everything that happened, like her calling in instead of going down there. But okay, it gets better.
Okay, so they filed to dismiss it. They're asking for a response.
Miss Lee, you giving us some type of little background noise. Mute until you're ready to say something.
Okay.
Okay. Plaintiff contacted court by phone asking if she could file her response due that day electronically and could not. Plaintiff informed the court clerk that she had no way to get to the court that day by closing. She was graciously offered an option of emailing a copy and mailing a copy to the court. Where was I? You moved on me. The court
but failed to do so.
Plaintiff informed the court clerk she could not afford to have copies made and was too embarrassed to say so. It is expensive for the court to make copies of shit for you. Plaintiff admits that she is outpowered, outnumbered, and she has intense fear of all defendants that she is trying to overcome. Plaintiff finds the pleading guidelines to quite confusing at times. Plaintiff doesn't have the financial ability to hire counsel to assist her in bringing this case before the court, so she has been working hard and studying the rules to make every effort to comply. As pro se, Lord knows, me and Liz know all about those pro se lawyers. Request and praise the court grant her the ability to address and correct the insufficiencies in her original claim with the addition of cause of action and in the joining of parties relevant to the original claim. So this is all just a bunch of excuses on why it took her over 3 years, because the statute of limitation was 3 years on this case. And she filed it past.
How the fuck does
3
this
years.
thing keep moving? I don't know why I keep moving to the side like that. I don't like it. Oh, let me put this one up. This is just the order of her being thrown out on her ass and can't sue them no more.
Yes. Okay. So
ordered.
It was dismissed with prejudice. She could not file this lawsuit against those people ever again. That's why her bullshit lie about they settled out of court was just that. Bullshit. If it was dismissed with prejudice, why would they bother to settle with her? Does that make any sense?
Ding.
They won the case. She can't bring the case back against any of the defendants, on top of the fact that she didn't even have the right defendants. So that right there means they don't have to settle with you because you can never sue them again. That's why I laughed when I read this dismissed with prejudice. And she made it. Oh, they gave me a lump sum of money. I can't sell.
Out of there. Lump sum my ass.
Why?
All right, let's get into some more. Let me see how it looks on YouTube.
Okay. So you want me to read
Here, Griffin consented to a well check inside her home. Once inside, she admits the following factors establishing probable cause for a mental health transport would have been observed by defendant officers. So she says she admits she had probable cause for mental health transport that day. Her home was unclean. Her home had no power. Griffin cried on several occasions, and Griffin admitted to needing psychological therapeutic support. She also avers, I don't know what that means, that defendant Roach felt psychological evaluation was needed given that Griffin refused to follow the orders of her therapist and her daughter feared coming home and made this known to the defendants. She's a crazy bitch. What you got to say, Miss Liz? How you doing? How you been?
I've been good. How you all? Hey, everybody. Wow.
I thought that was a trap house.
This is a crazy
You
bitch.
know what's true?
I thought she didn't live there. According to her, she didn't live there.
Dude.
Right? That's what she said. She didn't live there. That's what she told her people. Well, I didn't even.
Yeah, it was a rental property.
Yeah. But if she didn't live there, why was the house unclean? Somebody must have been living there.
She admits the following factors.
Is this a lawsuit or this just a mental health and wellness check?
No, this is the lawsuit she brought against the state.
Yep, this from the lawsuit.
Okay.
This from the lawsuit and stuff.
Yeah,
and
she says. And
her hidden files like her DD 214.
The DD 4. So she says
still waiting on
that they entered her home and tricked her. Because I have the court papers up over here, and I'm looking at them too to correspond with what you have there. She says that they tricked her, and that she would have never gave them permission to go in the house, but they tricked her, according to her lawsuit. And she never mentions in her lawsuit that the CPS worker told her that her child was scared. She doesn't mention that in the papers that were online. Okay, let's see.
You can take this when I'm.
Okay, all right. So this is good, people. Listen, everyone, stop what they're doing and listen to this. Because plaintiff Griffin was forced to leave her home without money or cell phone, she had to walk home that night in temperatures that were below freezing. Plaintiff Griffin got home the night at approximately 10:30 p.m. She immediately called her mother to make sure that both her and her daughter were okay. At this time, Plaintiff Griffin found out that her daughter had not been placed with her mother and had in fact been placed in a foster home. Plaintiff Griffin remembered the defendant ranch gave her a business card. Plaintiff Griffin called the number on the business card and reached the after-hours voicemail. At approximately 10:45, Plaintiff Griffin received a phone call from defendant Hagler with an inquiry about empty pill capsules she had seen in a photograph she received from her phone. Plaintiff screamed defendant Hagler, asking her where her daughter was, telling her she wants her back. Defendant Hagler apologized and said it wasn't up to her because defendant Griffin's daughter has now been placed in a foster home and it's up to the judge, so the plaintiff will have to wait. The defendant Hagler told Plaintiff Griffin that her daughter expressed great fear of her, and because of this expressed fear, Plaintiff Griffin could not see her daughter. Wow. So what was that empty pill bottle? Okay, so Hagler told plaintiff...
there's more. I scrolled down.
Okay. Empty pill capsules. The defendant Griffin told daughter express. Hagler told plaintiff she would contact as soon as the court date was scheduled. So now the daughter is no longer in any one of their cares, but the daughter has expressed fear of not being safe with the plaintiff. Now, the empty pill capsules could mean a couple of things. Like a lot of times when people want to
was she
hide,
snorting them?
well, when anyone, I think they're worried that she was emptying them and putting them in drinks for the child to drink. Usually, when we find empty pill capsules, it means whatever was inside of it was poured out. That's the easiest way to get it into someone's drink. Stir it up, no one sees it. See what I'm saying? The other thing, empty pill capsules also mean that someone's doing it other than ways to digest it, snorting it, whatever. But I believe that the CPS believes that she was putting it in some kind of drinks to sedate the child. So that's my assumption. They don't go into that. That would be a criminal investigation or somewhere in the CPS records that they believe, because by her mentioning empty pill capsules tells me that she was doing something with the contents of the pills. All right, we're done with that one, Trey. He's still eating. Do you agree, Liz? Okay, you want me to read this one? Helmet had included the incident. Helmet had wanted charges placed on the other minor foster child. What? Helmet had wanted charges placed on other minor foster children that were no longer in her home, but AG was the oldest out of the minors, so the charges were placed on AG, the oldest adopted daughter. What the fuck is that?
AG is baby UP mama.
SA.
Let's get into the documents.
Let's
get into the documents.
That's some
bam.
SA. What the fuck? Oh, early in 2012, tragedy struck the Griffin home when plaintiff Griffin's youngest child disclosed that she had been a victim of SA at the hands of former foster children while in the home. Soon after her youngest child originally disclosed this, she also discovered that one of her abusers was her own biological sibling, who was the adopted child of plaintiff Griffin. Devastated plaintiff Griffin contacted Warren police to report the abuse and then later contacted CPS to make a report of abuse. This is earlier because that's line 43 and 44. There's a lot going on in there. Warren police conducted an investigation, came to Griffin's home, photographed the bedroom, and took the report. In the weeks following, more disclosures of SA were made by both children. All the abuse was committed by former foster children. Plaintiff continued to make reports of allegations to both police. Police and the prosecutor decided only to pursue charges against plaintiff's oldest adopted child. In spring of 2012, was required to take her youngest child to the care home, an agency charged with providing investigative and therapeutic services to children victims of SA, for a forensic interview. Because of the interview through Care House, the abuse was substantiated. The police and the prosecutors proceeded with charging the plaintiff's other adopted child, who was subsequently placed in the juvenile justice system. So she sent the other kid to jail. Damn. After many complaints, inquiries about whether or not
I want to point out.
Go ahead.
But I want to point out she was she tried to say these kids were 2 and 4 and all of that when this shit happened. The oldest one is 24 right now. She was born in 01. The other one was born in 03. They weren't the age that she said in here. In fact, this is
they were 11
2013, 12 years ago.
If they were born in
12, or at least 12 and 10.
Yeah, so 12 and 10. But she
made
everyone believe
12 and 10.
Yeah, she made everyone believe that they were in diapers. Remember? That's the story she told. They were in diapers and all kinds of stuff, right? So an 11 and 12-year-old were in diapers? Yep. Oh, no wonder they were okay. Okay, let's see. In 2012, plaintiff required to take the youngest. Okay, I got that. After many complaints, inquiries about whether or not the other child will face charges or receive therapeutic assistance for the abuse perpetrated or suffered, Plaintiff Griffith was told no other children would face charges and no other information would be provided to her. Now, let's get reading that right there. So that's telling me that the other child essayed someone else?
No, the oldest child is her sister.
Okay.
The one that she still currently be living with and stuff.
But
both of them
did something. Yes.
They were saying it was some other stuff going on. And Hammerhead said, "Are you gonna investigate them other people who were doing it too?" And they probably did do it, and that's why they were unable to come up with any charges on them other people. You know, they talked to all of them. She got a house of horrors going on over there and fucking with everybody else. She wasn't watching them kids worth a damn.
Okay, so Care House refused to provide any service.
Care House refused. Okay, go ahead.
Care House refused to provide any services to Plaintiff Griffin's oldest adopted child because of the offender's status, but willing to provide free service for Plaintiff and her youngest child as victims. So they wanted to wait a minute. They wanted to give her therapy too.
Hammerhead wanted baby UP mama to have therapy too, but they said no because she an offender. Now I wonder if she had to register for this and how long. Was it just like a juvenile thing? Or does it go into adulthood? But Hammerhead, could you answer that? Is baby UP mama a registered sex offender, ma'am? Since you be fucking with everybody else and they kids and the shit they got going on, is baby, and I ain't gonna say a name. I ain't saying neither one of them. I'm using initials like my folks use them, even though I know their name. But it's baby UP mama, you know, the one that got the baby by the white boy, the two of them. Is she a sex offender, ma'am? Is she registered?
Well,
I'm just asking for a friend.
They charged her, but I don't see anything that says she was convicted.
Oh, wait.
Is it coming up? It's coming up.
I got you.
Yeah, but I'm saying because they
It's on the screen.
Yeah, but they wouldn't grant her services from them was because she was charged with the offense. Okay, the oldest adopted child pleaded no contest to charge brought by the family court. Witnessed her child handcuffed by police and placed in juvenile services. Okay, no contest means that I am not admitting to the crime, but I believe you have enough evidence to convict me. I'm not admitting anything. I'm just saying, with the ponderance of evidence you have, I am pleading no contest, meaning I am not going to fight the charges, nor am I going to admit the charges. So she was convicted. No contest is a conviction. Now, whatever charges they had.
So I just want to know if she on the registry.
Yes, she's on the registry. This is an SI offense, so she would be on. Even if she's a juvenile, now they could seal it, but she would have been on the registry.
Source, if you're listening, could you check the offender registry up there where she stay and see if she pop up? I just gotta know. I'm curious because she be worried about everybody else's kids.
Did Liz get the link? I'm not a mod over here, so I can click it.
She hadn't popped back up. Oh, you disappeared. Oh. Hold on. I'll drop it. Give me a second. Okay, we got it. We ain't getting my source understands the value of business, so she ain't give me everything all at once. We're gonna have a whole little docu-series on this. Hold on, let me drop the link. Give me a second. You can read if you can see it.
Okay, all right.
What it do? Hey, everybody that's coming in. I'm on the other screen, so I couldn't see y'all. Sorry for being
After
rude.
leaving her therapy appointment on January 7th, 2013 at 10 a.m., Plaintiff Griffin, along with her mother, stopped for an early lunch at Cracker Barrel. What a appropriate restaurant for them to go to.
It was sealed, G. It was sealed.
That's what I thought.
No, I'm saying, I'm telling you, it was sealed, so I can't find out if she's on the list. Okay, you gotta type in the chat so I can give you a wrench, bro.
So what happens is, if they sealed it, if something else should happen, they will unseal it. Now the police can see it, but no one else can. Oh, the lie detector said something. All right, so all right, I just typed in there. All right, so it says approximately 1 p.m. Griffin took her mother home, then proceeded to DTE Energy, which is part of her other story that she tells on the other part, right? To have her home power restored, and then on to Walmart for cleaning supplies. That's interesting. So, first off, how did the power get cut off? And second, why was the house not cleaned? Why is she going
she wasn't able, remember, she wasn't able to work because of all this stuff. She was stressed out. She couldn't do wigs.
Oh, so this is prior to them coming to the house to take the daughter. Okay. She would not be able to pick her daughter up from school on time. Plaintiff called her mother and left a voice message asking her to pick up her daughter from school. We've heard that before. At approximately 3:30, plaintiff called her mother again, went straight to voicemail. Knowing school ends at 3:60 for her daughter was not concerned because her daughter had not called inquiring her whereabouts. Due to the move to Detroit and recent events, Griffin had been late a few times dropping off or picking up her daughter from school, so neither the school staff or Griffin's children would call to see why Plaintiff was late. Therefore, Plaintiff had no reason to believe her daughter was still at school. Okay. Because remember, all this started because she didn't pick her child up. Uh-oh. Trouble's here.
She had a history of picking up late. They don't just call CPS. Hey,
No.
Flexi, they don't just call CPS because you late one goddamn time, unless you said my was late. That, as it said, she had a history of doing that shit, and she won't talk about everybody else parenting. And you couldn't even parent the foster kids right. You had a second chance to get the shit right, bitch, and you failed again. You raised the bull dagger and some SAers.
So
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
Let me give you my opinion of this. And Flexi, Liz, please chime in. I don't believe it was just the not picking her up. I believe the daughter had expressed the fear prior to this, to the school. I think there was other things behind them calling CPS. And the lateness or not picking her up or whatever. Now I can see if you're an hour late, they're calling CPS on your ass. Understand that. So her saying that I was late a few times or whatever. A late is like 10 minutes after the last call. You know, every school has the release time, and then they have a last call.
Yeah.
So if you're late,
so you saying she done this more than once?
It says in there that she's been late dropping
according
off
to the documents,
and late picking up before.
Let me put it back up. Let me put it.
Yeah. I think they give you maybe 2 grace periods to be late picking up, but there's a difference between late and stranded, as they call it. Okay. If you fail to pick up your child, they try to call you to see where you're at.
Yeah.
If you don't answer that, they consider it stranded.
Mm-hmm.
And if they consider it stranded, they have to immediately call CPS.
So in this document, it says
to the Detroit and recent events, Plaintiff Griffin had been late a few times, dropping her off.
And
hold on, let me drop down and come back here.
It could have been maybe the daughter talked to a counselor or something, or maybe told the teacher something, and the teacher could have.
That's what I'm thinking, because this
said something to CPS.
Because it doesn't say how long after the child was still there. Now, she's saying that she thought her mother picked her up, so there was no pickup at all.
But before he read that, it said somebody she had lunch with her mama and took her mama home.
Yes, and when she dropped her mama off, she left to go to turn on the power at the house and then go pick up cleaning supplies. And according to the document, she believed her mother was going to pick up the child.
Come on now. This Lord have mercy.
See, there's a being late dropping off and late picking up.
Well, even still, you know, like when Pooh called me and said, "Hey, Mama, I need you to go get the kids." She gonna call the school and let the school know that I'm picking up the kids. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm on their paperwork, she always just call and let them know, "Hey, let my kids know that they need me picking them up." You know what I'm saying? So why she didn't notify the school to let them know her mama was supposed to?
Y'all is ignoring.
We couldn't hear you. We ain't heard you say you dropped.
Y'all is ignoring. Oh, I thought y'all heard me say that. Now this is Why, if your lights was off, why in the fuck you and your mammy going to Cracker Barrel, bitch?
Yeah.
You should have been getting the lights cut on first, then going to Cracker Barrel. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Your,
you know
your
what?
priorities is backwards.
Yeah,
Your ass should have been in line at 8 o'clock.
You knew you had to pick your child up. You knew you had to go to the electric company to get your lights turned on. Do you think that takes 5-10 minutes? No.
They should have never been turned the fuck out. Shit.
And the fact,
Then to Walmart for cleaning supplies.
Yeah,
She didn't even have cleaning supplies in the motherfucker.
And you did all that, and the house was still dirty. Did they not see you walk in with the bags of cleaning supplies to the house? They were waiting on you.
They didn't take pictures. They didn't take pictures of the cleaning supplies. They didn't exist.
Okay, so it says due to
take that picture down.
We're
on to the next one.
Okay.
We seen that one.
Yeah.
This the new one. Hold on. You want me to take it?
No,
Plaintiff arrived at her Warren home at approximately. Go ahead.
Okay, so plaintiff arrived at a Warren home at approximately 4:05. She had gone home to see if her power had been restored, also to retrieve a few winter clothing items to make sure her dog was removed from the home as promised by a relative. So you left your dog in a house with no power and it's cold out? Shortly after,
it get worse.
Shortly after Griffin entered the home, Defendant Ranch knocked on the door. So she was in there. They would have saw the cleaning supplies, right? They didn't mention any cleaning supplies, but it ran upstairs to answer the door. Wait a minute, ran upstairs? Where the fuck is your front door? What are you, in the basement? Answer the door. Why are you in the basement? Okay, ran upstairs to answer the door.
Because that's where she lives.
Yes, okay, all right, okay. Identified herself as a representative of CPS that asked if she'd have a conversation with the plaintiff. Griffin asked Ranch a conversation about what? Defendant Ranch then informed the plaintiff that a call was placed to CPS concerning the safety and well-being of her daughter.
Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me just explain something.
Okay.
Because you know I'm in Detroit. If they hadn't turned her power off from the meter, that's the only time they would have had to come out. If it was actually turned off from the meter in the back of the house. But if it was dug up, they would have to redo it, and they don't give you a time because you would have to be home all day. But if they had turned it off from the station, they could have turned it right back on. See, she's lying because she's lying.
Yeah, but somebody would have to be there for them.
That's what I'm telling you. Somebody, she would have to be home only, not if it's turned on from the DTE place. If it's turned off from the source at the company, they could have flipped the switch and turned it back on, just that easy. But if it was dug up or turned off from the main source, which is the meter from the back of the house, that's when they have to come out. That's what I'm just explaining. So pretty much she lying what I'm saying. You feel what I'm saying? Work with me.
Okay. Yeah, no, I understand. I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
I understand what you're saying. It also goes on how long it's been off.
Right, and how long it's been off, because it's been off to a long time.
Yeah,
they really have to come out. But she couldn't be at no Golden Corral, wherever the fuck her mama was at. And whatever the fuck. And she waiting on her lights and shit to come back on, because that's what I'm saying. They give you a between time, but they don't necessarily come at that time. Because when I first got my lights, I was down at the motherfucking DTE all day, and I had to get a notarization saying that I never had lights or gas in my name. So that's why I'm telling you, it's an all-day process. So I don't know what she talking about.
Oh, it was a couple minutes for her.
Well, no, it wasn't. No, ain't no such thing as no
Well,
couple of minutes here.
that's what she believes. She had lunch with her mama.
That's what I'm telling you. Ain't
Took
no
her
such
mama
thing as
home.
no. Ain't no. Anybody can
It's
tell
not
you
a
who
couple
business.
minutes anywhere.
No, anywhere.
No, ain't no couple
Anywhere, it's
minutes,
like
baby.
it takes
Did you
time.
just hear me say I was down there
Even if your
all
shit been cut
day?
out, but I'm saying this is she ain't talking about she getting first time power. That's not what she making it seem like. She making it seem like she had a cutoff notice, but you still gonna be fucking around waiting all goddamn day. If you go pay your shit early in the morning, them motherfucker might not come to 5 p.m. You paid
That's
at
what
8
I'm
o'clock.
saying. 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock
But
p.m.
she didn't even go down. But she didn't go down there first. She woke up, had breakfast with her mama, then went down there. Cause remember, around 3, she couldn't pick up the kids because she was leaving the light place. Cause they
That's what
had
I'm telling
breakfast
you.
first instead of going to handle her goddamn business.
Right. That's what I'm telling you. You know, here,
And that's
like
why
you just
when the
said.
people pulled up, the motherfucking light was off because they hadn't come and cut them back on yet.
And they don't give a fuck if you got 20 kids in the house. Your ass ain't pay that bill. They listen, they sent me a shut off notice of $5.06. Do you hear what I just said? $5.06.
MLGW will do it for 99. What it do, Gears?
Fuck. They
We
What's
got a
don't
good,
full
Money
care.
Boy?
panel. It's still
They
some
don't
Everybody
care.
people
I
else
in
on
mean,
the
I
here.
panel.
paid the little $5,
I
but
can't
damn.
see. Okay. What up, D Truth?
What up?
Hey, Liz. Hey, Flexi.
All
Hey,
right,
Juicy
wait.
Ken.
Peggy.
This next one I'm gonna read is very, very important.
Hey, let me ask Juicy Kim a question real quick because I just started this because I know here in Wisconsin, I know Michigan and Wisconsin they're kind of a little bit similar or whatever, but I know here in Wisconsin, they usually won't shut your lights off in the winter. Is that the same over there?
No, they don't care.
Oh, they
They
shut your
don't,
shit off.
you
Huh?
can call and get you can
Oh,
look. She
yeah,
could have
they
called and
don't
got a
cut you off in the
medical
winter here.
hold. She could have got a medical hold. She could have called DHSS and got a CER. She could have did any. She could have 30 days. They'll give you like either 30 days or either 7 or maybe 20 days. All depends if who gonna help you pay that bill or whatever. No, baby. They cut our lights and gas is together. And if you get your gas turned off, your lights get turned off too.
Yeah, the same company, right?
They the same company
Yeah.
because they could buy the bill as one.
And normally the electric company will let the water company know that they're turning electricity off because they don't want the pipes to freeze. And they turn your water off, so they don't have no broken pipes up in there because there's no electricity. That means there's no heat. Them pipes will freeze up and
They
crack.
don't
Yeah, they
care
don't
about
want to
that
get
here.
here. They don't
They
want
don't
you to
care.
get. They don't want to
The
get
people
sued
pass the bus all the
for you
time.
killing somebody. So they don't cut the pipes off. I mean, they don't cut the electricity off when the temperature is at a certain temperature. Like if it's gonna be in the teens and below freezing, they ain't cutting nobody off because they don't want to have all those freezing deaths on their head because they were insensitive. Now in the
Man,
summer,
you
you can
just
burn
let
your
two
ass
babies.
up. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
All right, let me read line 67 because this is very important to the entire story. Okay. Defendant Ranch told plaintiff she could not provide the information. It was later confirmed that plaintiff's care house therapist called CPS with concern. Now, reading that, it says later confirmed that plaintiff's care house therapist called CPS with concerns. Her therapist called CPS on her. Not the child's therapist. Her therapist called with concerns.
Or the school.
No, it says
It
the
wasn't the
care
school
house.
either.
No, it says the care house therapist called CPS. Her own therapist. So something the nut was telling the therapist concerned the therapist so much that the therapist called CPS on her. Do you get? Is anybody getting that?
Was there
Why the
duty to
lace
report a
wig
crime,
master
maybe?
got a care house therapist? She
Because
crazy.
remember,
Why she
but remember, they said they would offer her and the child their services. So both the child and her were being seen at the care house as victims of SA. I guess one, because she's the mother and this happened in her household, she couldn't understand it or whatever. They were trying to help her cope with it happening to the child. But it was her therapist, not the child's therapist, not the school, but her therapist.
Well, I still got a question about when MoneyBoy, you say that the mother of the little boy that she raising now, that's who did the essay.
Yes.
Okay, didn't she have other children? Don't she got some other children?
She got 2 kids.
She got 2 kids. I thought I heard that was said because when I'm like, if she on the list, she not even supposed to have that other child, right?
She's not supposed to. She's
She's
not
not
a.
supposed to be around sharing. Period. If this
I
happened
don't
while
know.
she was a child.
I don't know how that goes.
Well, now
I don't know how that goes if you can't produce kids and all that. I don't know how that works.
Listen, my cousin had children. The CPS she kept getting pregnant. Every child she had, they took. So what I'm saying is, if this girl was a SA person, she shouldn't be able to have now one of her children.
Well, the mother or Helmet
The
had.
mother, he said the girl had another baby. She got 2 children.
Well, we don't know if
One
she
by the
got
white
that.
man, and then the one that Helmet Head is raising. So she shouldn't even be able to have that. The white man baby, if she still got that baby, she shouldn't be able to have no children in her
Well,
facility.
it would make sense. Well, it would make sense like if this happened when she was 14, it would make sense that maybe she had to be on those type restrictions until she was 18. She had a child at 15 or 16. Him and Head had control over that baby. And then Him and Head recently was going to court with her over these. So she probably had it as a juvenile. And then when she got 18, she was able to do more.
So it's
Or
a
get
time
them.
limit
Maybe
that
it was
she's supposed to
21.
be on the
Could have been
list.
21 because she's 24. It's always
Then
that some
again,
people. It's either 10 years or life in most cases. In most cases, it's either 10 years or life.
The record was
okay, that's why I
sealed.
was asking
She
because I
was a
didn't
juvenile.
understand.
When
Yes.
you do shit as a juvenile, she gets to be in. That's why the shit is under seal. So she probably to 21 maybe she had to be on the registry till she was 21, and that's why Hammerhead was able to lie for about 6 or 7 years saying she had a baby. It was her son and
Okay,
all of that shit there because the mama really
okay,
couldn't be around. Makes sense.
yeah. But I didn't understand that part. So thank you. That's what because I thought once you're on the list, you ain't able to do nothing. Like
Once you're on the list, you're on the list for life.
right, that's what I
There's
thought.
no getting off
Then
that list. That list is life. Unless you can prove your innocence, you on
that's what
that
I'm
list
saying. The
for
system
life.
must be slipping
No, it
because
was sealed. It was sealed, so she was never put on the registry because
she was
her
never
case
put
was
on the registry.
her case was sealed, and the only way that they would go look for it is if something happens
If she was to go and do SA to
again.
somebody. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now I got you. Okay.
All right. So let's go here. So he says, Ranch then asked plaintiff, "Did you say your daughter was with your grandmother?" Griffin said, "Yes. Look, now is not a good time. Okay, can I maybe bring my daughter to your office later today?" And Ranch replied, "Considering you don't even know where your daughter is at the moment, I don't think that would be possible. Griffin tells Rance she didn't understand what she was saying. Rance then tells Griffin that her daughter is still at school being interrogated by defendant Hagzig, who is her supervisor. That's the okay. Rance and Hazig are actually in the lawsuit that she placed against the state, saying these two conspired against her. So the daughter is still at school. Now remember, this is 4:05 in the afternoon, and this daughter is still at school with CPS. All right, go ahead, Trey. Well, that's one way to get our attention there. The old goat, whatever that is, whatever your name is. It's about a particular.
So good.
Trey, I don't know if you know you muted. We can hear you.
Yeah, I know. Hold on. I wasn't saying nothing. Hold on. Oh, why the
Thank you
fuck
for the
does it
$10.
keep going sideways?
Next time, make it 20. Okay, I did it for you, Dre.
I don't know what. No, I played the one that I wanted to play. Let's see here. Is this the right one? Okay. All right. I'm ready for you.
Rance then asked plaintiff Griffin if she was told to have a psychological. No, this isn't the same one. Because she just got informed that her daughter.
No, this page 3. We were done with page 2.
Oh, it would jump from 73. Okay.
Yeah, that was the end of page 2. This page 3.
Okay. Rance then quickly asked plaintiff Griffin if she was told to have a psychological evaluation today. And it is this moment plaintiff Griffin realizes her therapist was the one to call CPS. Remember I said it was her therapist? She just realized right now that it was her therapist that called CPS that started the ball rolling on CPS. It just happened that she left her child at school the same day that they were already getting ready to investigate her. Okay, Griffin responds, okay, so now I know who called you. The answer is no, I was not supposed to go to have a psychological evaluation. It was a suggestion made to me by my therapist. She is not a doctor or a psychiatrist. Also, she has clearly overreacted to my emotions during our earlier therapy session. If she told you I was a threat to anyone, so call your supervisor and tell her I'm coming to get my daughter.
Ding, 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 ding. No, D-Truth, you can't breeze past that, nigga. Hell no. What the fuck did she tell her therapist she wanted to kill somebody?
She
had to have said she threatened somebody to her therapist, because she said if she told you I was a threat to anyone, meaning she must have said she was gonna harm somebody.
She might have said she was gonna harm herself.
She
no, it says a threat to anyone. It would have said a threat to myself or anyone. You see what I'm saying?
Well, if those were her exact words, they gotta word it the way she said it.
Yes. So she didn't mention her herself. She mentioned a threat to anyone, and I believe the threat was made to the child,
to the daughter. Sad. To the daughter, because the daughter said her mom threatened to harm her and herself.
Yep.
Let's say
the foster mother. Now you had 2 chances to get this shit right. You ain't had to get them girls. You got them and threatened to kill them. What kind of woman?
All right, let's see. I'm gonna go back up and read. She's not a doctor or
she loves saying that. She loves saying somebody ain't a doctor or a psychiatrist. But if she ain't a psychiatrist, why in the fuck are you having therapy sessions with her?
She's a therapist, a registered therapist, meaning she is there for your mental well-being. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Okay. It was suggested, made to me by my therapist. She is not a doctor or a psychiatrist. She also has clearly overreacted to my emotions during our earlier therapy session. If she told you I was a threat to anyone, so call your supervisor and to get my daughter, and I will bring her to you guys later today. Right now, I have checked on my mother because my mom was supposed to pick my daughter up from school today. Ranch steps off, calls the supervisor, speaks for a few seconds. Then Ranch returns to plaintiff's door and says, your daughter can't come home right now. I have to gain access to your home to make sure things are safe for you and your daughter. That tells me that they're looking for weapons, that your house is safe for you and your daughter. Now, remember, the police are there also, because she also put in her lawsuit the police officer that was on the scene. So there must have been something that told the police that something's going on. There might be weapons or anything. Red said, okay. Griffin had not lived in her home for months and did not want to let Ranch into her home because her power had not yet been restored and her home was unkept. She knew this would reflect poorly on her, so plaintiff told Ranch, did she and her daughter have not been living there in the home for a few months? The plaintiff asked Ranch if she could come to her mother's home in Detroit where they had been living.
Oh,
so they weren't staying at this house. They were staying with the mother. So why did you?
So she claimed, but hold up. So she claims, but earlier in the document, she said due to a recent move, she had been late picking her daughter up. So it wasn't like they had been there for a day or two for her to have said in the documents that she wrote that she was, no, this is her house in Chase. This is the one that got foreclosed on she was going to, but she told him she had been living in her mama's house. And that's why in the document she said due to a recent move from Detroit, she had been late picking her daughter up a few times. But she's trying to make it seem like she just moved there a day or two ago and the lights and shit ain't been on. But according to her, she had been late picking the kids up. So like, what the hell? Were you there or not, ma'am? And why was you and your mama still going out to Cracker Barrel if your motherfucking lights wasn't on? Okay, I'm done.
So it says, okay. So then she turns to ask to be excused again to call the other plaintiff, the other defendant. They again speak for a few seconds. Ranch then tells plaintiff and says, if I don't get into your house, your daughter can't come home. Your daughter disclosed she is afraid to come home. If I have to, Miss Griffin, I will call the police to gain access. So the police aren't there yet. Okay, so in her statement, in her lawsuit, she says the police and CPS were there together. So the police haven't got there yet. Okay. Wait, go up, Trey. There you go. Okay. Griffin replies, are you serious? Why would you call the police? I don't even know if my daughter said that. And I have no clue why she would say anything like that. There is no need for the police. I'm going to grab my purse and we're going up to the school right now. Griffin walked away from the front door, ran downstairs to grab her purse and keys. While looking through her purse to find her keys, a cell phone had heard her screen door open as a male voice called out, ma'am, you please come here. This is the Warren police. We just want to make sure you're okay. Complied and slowly walked to the top of her stairs. As she approached the top of the stairs, plaintiffs could see a marked Warren police cruiser parked in the end of her driveway. Plaintiff believes police Stelman and whatever his name immediately recognized her fear because they both assured her they were not there to harm her. The one officer, the plaintiff is unsure which, asked Griffin if they all could step in for a moment. Then the officer said the caseworker had expressed concerns for your safety. She says you felt you might harm yourself.
I told y'all.
Police said had no intentions of harming anyone. She wanted to go and get her daughter from school. One of the officers asked the plaintiff if she knew why they were called. Plaintiff said no. Then the police officer said, this is considered a wellness check. We have to come in to see if you're okay. Believing she had to comply, Griffin allowed the officers to enter the front room of her home. Defendant Ranch followed. Now remember, her lawsuit was because the police entered her home unlawfully by tricking her into believing that she had to let them in. Okay, so all three defendants entered plaintiff's home. Police defendants told plaintiff they were called out to ensure safety of all parties involved in the matter. They asked plaintiff if she understood. Plaintiff calmly replied, yes. The officers then told plaintiff Griffin that CPS workers need to ask a few questions and take a quick look around till her daughter could come home. You want that, don't you? But before we do that, I need to ask you a few questions. Is that okay with you, Miss Griffin? Yes, I guess so. Good. Now, there's anyone else in the home? I don't think so. How do you not know if there's no one in there? There's no power. Who the fuck is living in
there? That's what the officer said. What the fuck you mean you don't think so?
You don't know if anyone's here? Yeah, what the hell? I don't think so. What do you mean you don't think so? I didn't even read that part yet. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean you don't think so? I mean to say, no, I don't think so. Well, who lives here besides you and your daughter? We don't stay here at the moment. We've been living with my sister and mother in Detroit since October. All right, we're done with that one, Trey. Yeah, I looked at her like, what do you mean? You don't know if anyone's here? Did you even come in the house? Yeah, they don't need permission. If it's a welfare check, they don't need permission. They coming in.
Didn't y'all say that she used to say that she had a whole bunch of properties and stuff like that?
Yeah, she said she had like 15 rentals, right? Or more than that, right? She had like 15 rental properties and all. She's renting all these houses out. And, you know, the house that she lived on Chase was supposed to be a rental property, all kinds of stuff. But according to her, she was not staying at this house. My whole thing, I'm confused. So where was your daughter going to school? Was it close to this new house that you're now moving in, that you're supposedly moving into? Because it doesn't sound like Detroit is like right around the corner from this house. So your daughter had already transferred schools, was going to this new school, or
I had to refresh.
Yeah, I'm confused about that. So is this a new school for your daughter, or is this a school she's been going to? And if she's been going to the school, why are you just moving into the house now? Yeah, it sounds like she's been going to this school for a little bit.
Like, right. Where the fuck can I go in? I'm sorry, y'all.
That's all right. Well, I mean, she probably thinks her mom is okay because they just went to the Cracker Barrel and ate prior to her going and worried about putting on some. Warren is close to Detroit, but it depends on what part of Detroit. Okay, so maybe it was not far from the mother's house. I think it's all a little.
All right, I got number 6 up, I think. Hold on.
The one I was reading like it's 80 something, I think.
Well, I got them numbered. Shout out to my plug. Hold on, let me share the screen again. All righty, should be up right about now. See it? You got it? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you see it there, Clown? Are you there?
Yeah. Can you? Yeah. There it is. All right. You want me to read it? Okay. Defendants work in concert to threaten plaintiff. So she believes that the cops and the CPS are working against her because that was part of the lawsuit. Her daughter could not come home unless she allows them to search her home. So her actual concept of her lawsuit is that they forced themselves into the house by lying to her, making her believe that they had a right to come into the house and that she had to comply. That was her whole lawsuit. Okay. Once placed and realized she's being placed in the same category as someone she had no knowledge or connection to, she became more afraid. Then one of the officers, do you or anyone else have any weapons in the home? No. Now, Miss Griffin, do you have any questions for me? No. Ranch, Miss Griffin, why is it so cold in here? Because there's no fucking electricity, you dumbass.
Roach was being a dick.
Yeah, did you not notice no lights were on? Because my electricity has not been restored. Now, she didn't say turned on. She says restored.
Yeah, she lying all up and through this thing.
Yeah. Why is there no electricity? Because it was disconnected Friday due to non-payment. I just got paid. I just paid it all of it.
Non-payment. There go right there.
Yeah.
Non-paid. Non-payment. Not that she was getting them reconnected for the first time, but she was telling them she ain't been in the house. And so she ain't really had time to clean it. But non-payment, you have been living in there. This is why I was saying she lied.
Somebody was living there because it had to be restored. So at one time, the electricity was turned on in your name. It wasn't being turned on in your name. It was being restored.
She was in that bitch. She just didn't have no money till she got her check.
Mm-hmm.
This must have been before she was the lace wig master.
Okay. Asked once again if she could leave to go and get her daughter and check on her mother. Officer tells plaintiff that she is being held and is free to go at any time, but in order to bring her daughter home and these matters to be addressed first, the officer repeats, do you want your daughter to come home? Plaintiff, yes. Then asked if she could retrieve her cell phone to check on her mother. Griffin and Plaintiff Griffin and her concerns should be more about safety of her daughter and doing everything she needs to bring her home, stating that her concerns are not be for her cell phone. Griffin tells CPS worker needs to walk through the home. They can figure things out. Griffin does not believe, nor can she recall giving permission for her home to be searched. Plaintiff does not recall being afraid of the police and afraid of saying no because Plaintiff Griffin did not know what would happen to her. She did not say anything. Plaintiff Griffin does not, okay. As an officer unholstered his firearm and escorted Ranch through the home as she photographed and documented each home.
Keep it. Hold on. Now, he unholstered his firearm because when the motherfucker asked her, is anybody in here? She said, I don't know.
Yes, I was just about to say that.
That's why he's walking through the house with his gun unholstered.
And she is in the front by the door while the cop and the social worker are walking through the house. But because she could not tell him no, I think he would have did it anyway because the house has no electricity and she's saying she didn't stay there. I know I would have had my hand on my gun because she couldn't tell me convincingly that no one else was there, and because she said she didn't live there, I would believe she doesn't know if anyone's here or not. So that's not abnormal for him to do that. One officer unholstered his firearm and escorted the rest of the house, documents a complete search of Plaintiff Griffin's home, proceeded without protest, and Plaintiff Griffin was told by the officers to remain seated in her front room. As the search was being executed, the home was searched, including refrigerator and kitchen cabinets. So she's saying she gave her permission, but she felt like she was forced to give the permission, that she didn't have a choice in the matter. And then she also says that she just didn't say anything. Well, you didn't say no. You didn't protest. Any questions, panel?
Yeah, I got a question. I was trying to figure out why this shit got stuck, and it's stuck again. It won't move down.
Chad, this some shit. I'm just
Come on,
listening.
we were cooking. Let us cook.
I'm listening to Story Time with the True Sippers and Steak Guy.
Wow,
You're a good narrator, D Truth. You just need to put more. You just need to put more emphasis on the.
Okay.
Oh no! You supposed to get out the
Chris, we know she gonna hate that you read this shit.
I know, that's why I'm doing it. She's gonna have another power panel. She's gonna have another power panel tomorrow.
We need the theatrics of this motherfucker.
All right. Oh no! I never gave you permission.
Why are you in my house?
I did not know what was going on.
My mother was supposed to pick the keys up.
I just need to leave to go get my daughter. I don't understand. My daughter is with my mother. and then Rand said, well, due to the fact that you don't even know where your damn daughter is, we gonna go ahead and keep the little bitch.
That ain't gonna
happen. You know what then too, y'all ain't.
Y'all like shit.
I said put some theatrics out of my god damn. He said the little bitch. Lord have mercy.
Considering you don't even know where your daughter is.
I didn't know this. There you go. Put them theatrics on that motherfucker.
I would have said, well, go ahead and go get your daughter since you know where she is.
So wait a minute, she didn't know where she was. She
had no clue. She had no clue that her daughter was in CPS.
She thought her mama had her.
Yeah, she assumed that her mama had her.
But her daughter was still at school at the time. Her daughter was still at school being talked to by CPS, the CPS supervisor.
So she didn't try to call to see who had the baby, nothing. She just assumed some shit.
Now, here's the problem with that.
Nope.
Your mother,
CPS Miss Roach had to tell her where she was.
Not Miss Roach.
Yeah, Miss Roach, yeah. But here's the thing. Her mother did not call her to say, I got her. She had not heard from her mother. So she assumed. So she made an ass out of you and me to assume that your child was picked up.
And that's why
Well, according to her, she dropped her mama off in Detroit. She dropped her mama. Her mama live in Detroit. She went home to Warren, but her mama was supposed to drive from Detroit to Warren to get the kids.
Now that's crazy. That why would her mama have to come way back where she
Even though she in Warren.
Exactly. So why would her mama have to come way over there where she already at to come get her kid?
Well, my thing is, you just had lunch with the old bitch at Cracker Barrel.
She lying on Miss Ida. Right? He lying on Miss Ida.
Right? You just had lunch with the old bitch 2-3 hours earlier. You couldn't just say, "Hey, I might be late. Why don't you go pick up the children then?" You wouldn't assume that this might take a little time. That you might
remember
that wasn't discussed at all.
Wait a minute, y'all, because remember in the suit she wrote it says she left a voicemail for her mama to go pick up the kids. But here we're seeing that her and her mama had a lunch date.
Yeah, in this
somebody adding up.
Yeah, in this she says her and her mama went to Cracker Barrel. Right. A very good place for them to be at, Cracker Barrel. Right. So she went to Cracker Barrel, and then she took her mama home, and then she proceeded to drive to Warren from her mama's home to get the electricity turned on and go to Walmart. Now, she went to lunch at 1 p.m. All right. Let's put this in perspective. Let me put a little fat on your brain, y'all.
Come on, man.
She went to lunch at 1. Her fat ass ain't getting up from that table for at least 45 minutes. All right. We'll just say, we'll give it a benefit. 45 minutes was lunch, right? Now it's 1:45. Right? Now you driving take your mama home from Cracker Barrel. We'll give her 15, 20 minutes, right? Now it's 2:00. Now you're taking your ass to the electric company at 2:00.
No, I can't get rid of clothes.
Yeah, you go.
And Walmart. Don't forget Walmart.
That's after the electric company. You go to the electric company at 2:00, and your daughter has to be picked up at 3:15 or 3:16 or whatever it is they released. 3:50. We'll say 3:15. So you gave yourself an hour and 15 minutes to go to the electric company, pay your cut-off electric bill, go to Walmart, gather up cleaning supplies, and then go pick up your daughter all in an hour and 15 minutes?
Well, no, she never planned to pick her daughter up, sir. That's the whole point. She never thought to pick her daughter up.
Well, here's the thing, though. Then you should have told your mama at the table while you two bitches were feeding your faces to pick your daughter up. Not leave a voicemail. Your mama probably sleep in a chair after you fed her Cracker Barrel. Took her in the house, her fat ass fell asleep.
My thing is, why not pick the kids up early from school if you knew you're going to be running errands? I mean, going by the timeline you just gave, she could have picked up at 2:00 on her way to Walmart, on her way to pay the light bill. See what I'm saying? Some people do that. They don't feel like they're going to make it back to the child's school in time.
So wait, E. Brooks says Detroit doesn't have a
Let me just point out. Wait.
What?
Wait, can I point out? Well, maybe they had one in Warren then. But let me point out, while this is going on, the oldest Griffin, not hers, the older Foster Griffin is in jail for SA. This I forget that. While this is going on, the oldest one is pled no contest to sexual assault.
Well, you
Yeah,
missed
all
that.
this is going on. This is
Hold
crazy.
on. So,
You
so
missed
while
that.
this going on, one of the foster kids is currently locked up at the time of this here right here.
Yes.
Baby
For
UP mama.
Wow.
Yeah. Baby
Yeah,
UP mama.
For SA, the other
For
foster.
SA and her sister. For
Oh
SA and
my
the other
God.
Griffin. TG.
Oh Lord. Okay, this shit gets crazy by the minute. Keep reading the truth.
All right. Griffin admits that due to the level of fear she was experiencing at the time, she did not and could not verbally protest the search of her home. Griffin began to cry profusely because she was too afraid to speak up. Once the search of plaintiff's home ended, defendant Rant said she had to text the photos to her supervisor, then stepped outside to speak with the other defendant on the phone again. After Rant got off the phone, she stepped back into the front room where Griffin was being held by the two police officers. Rant then informed plaintiff Griffin that her daughter could not return home to her unless she commits herself or a psychological evaluation at Harbor Oaks Hospital. Rand said she had concerns for plaintiff Griffin's current emotional state. She could not allow plaintiff to stay in the home. Griffin told Rand she could not afford to go at the time because she had no health insurance. What? The bitch had no health insurance? Ain't she like the superstar hairdresser, wig master of fucking Detroit? She ain't got no health insurance. Then the plaintiff Griffin made a plea.
Sourcing her hair from India.
Yes, imported the hair after she took trips to India to hand pick the hair herself. Plaintiff made a plea to Ranch, promising to find her own therapeutic support. Griffin told and the three defendants that she would drive herself.
Pause, the truth. Pause. The truth. Pause. We got to point out the lies in this shit. She ain't got no health insurance, but she had a home care therapist.
Well, no, so they want her to check into the state hospital, right? The loony bin. Her therapist,
but she had a home care therapist. Unless she was paying out of pocket, her insurance was covering it.
Where did she?
It was somebody she was pouring her guts out to.
Oh no, that was
the home care therapist. Is the one who snitched on her.
No, that's
the one who told on her. So I'm saying she had to have some type of insurance.
No, that's Care House. That was the SA people. From the SA.
Yeah,
they said that they would give her support.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah.
I think they provided that for her.
Yeah, they said that they would provide for her and the youngest, but not the one that went to jail. Okay, so that's why they're trying
I get it.
That's why they're trying to put her in the hospital, because that therapist is recommending that she have a psychological eval. Okay, the plaintiff pleads falls upon deaf ears because instead, without her consent and in spite of begging not to be touched by the police officer, Griffin's body was searched and she was forced from her home, placed in the back of the police car, then driven to St. John's Malcolm Hospital. In the police car on the way to the hospital, Plaintiff Griffin asked Plaintiff, "Why are you crying?" "I am afraid." When asked why she was afraid to answer. So they put her in the police car. They physically put her in the police car because you know that bitch was kicking and screaming. She didn't want to go. All right, where are we now?
How else do you put them in the car though? Other than physically, how else do you do it?
You could be led to the car, and people will get in. The only thing a police officer is required to do is to really put his hand on your head, so when you go in, you don't bump your head. But you're led to the police car, and you're supposed to put yourself in the police car, so you're not manhandled into the police car. So, like I said, the only time they really touch you, they'll have your hand on your arm, and they'll put one on the head. And they'll duck you into the car so you don't hit your head. She's saying they kind of physically put her in the car. Okay, so it says Griffin was dropped off at the hospital. She walked in and told the staff exactly what happened and what she was told to do by CPS and the police. That's bullshit. The cop walked her inside. She's trying. What I'm reading there is that they dropped her off at the door. She was dropped. No, she wasn't dropped off, and she wouldn't walk in there to tell them what she had to do. Because remember, in the lawsuit, it was kind of vague. It said she had to admit herself in the lawsuit. I had to admit myself to the hospital. That was part of the lawsuit. A psychological evaluation performed. Plaintiffs declared mentally competent. Was declared mentally competent. Hospital staff and psychiatrists found plaintiff neither a threat to others or herself. The hospital did make a referral for outpatient service to assist the plaintiff Griffin in order to assist with all her recent family trauma. Griffin was sent home approximately 4.5 hours after arriving in St. John's Hospital. Griffin was forced to leave her home without money or cell phone by the 3 defendants, so she had to walk that night in temperatures that were below freezing. Griffin got home that night approximately at 10:30. She immediately called her mother to make sure that both she and her daughter were
She ain't know her. Wait a damn minute. She couldn't call her mammy from the crazy house. She had to walk home in freezing cold temperatures. Then when she got home, she called her mama. You ain't know your mama number.
Well, did she walk to the house with no electricity? Oh, that's where her cell phone was.
But why? Yes, but why the fuck she ain't just call her mama? She don't know her number? You don't know her mama number. This 2012 there.
Well, but again, remember, there's still payphones in 2012, right? Not many, but there should be some at the hospital. She could have called her mother then.
Yeah.
And first off, they don't just release you out into the street. They allow you to call someone to come get you, especially if it's freezing cold. Her ass left on her own. She could have sat right there till somebody came and got her. Okay, so let's see. It says here, we read this before. She called the Fed.
Can I ask a quick question though?
Sure.
The name, so who is Herzig? Is that the counselor?
That's the supervisor.
Okay,
CPS.
so in the case that she wrote, when there was no such Lisa Hagler.
Yes, there was no defendant by that name.
Do you think she was trying to insinuate Herzig instead of Hagler?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I.
But she never actually spoke.
Maybe because she didn't want Herzig to tell the truth on her, so she had to make up another person.
Well, that was the defendant's claim that there was no such person employed by CPS, which was said in the papers. Okay. So I'm not getting this whole walking home bullshit. It's cold out. The hospital would have allowed you to use the phone to call somebody. Unless, again, Trey may be right. Maybe she didn't remember her mother's phone number.
And they not gonna let you go at 10 o'clock at night. What time did she get released?
It had to be before that because she had to walk home.
But the
hospital can't be that far from her house. So my thing is so you left a message on your mother's phone to pick the child up. Why isn't the mother calling around looking for the child?
Exactly.
Okay, so Hezrick with the inquiry about photographs sent to her phone by defendant Ranch empty pill capsules. Yeah, I want to hear Flexie's response to this one. So they photographed empty pill capsules were noted photographed in the first complaint.
Mm-hmm.
Now you know what empty pill capsules are, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they found those on a counter, I guess, and took a picture of them.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think happened to the insides of those pills?
Well, you know, me, when I think of shit like that, I'm thinking she might have put him, you know, if there was powder substance in it, she could have put that in somebody's drink,
There you go.
food, or
Mhm.
anything. She could have, you know, so if there was empty pill, not pill bottles, let's be clear, pill capsules. So depending what was on the inside, she tried to spike somebody, beverage or food.
Yep. And the daughter was concerned for her safety.
Them kids done seen something. They saw something. That's all I gotta say. If they concerned for their safety, they saw something.
Okay, so it says Griffin asking where her daughter was and telling her that she wants her back. Defendant Hazy said she was sorry, but it was not her decision. The judge decided to place her daughter in a foster home. From this point on, it is up to the judge, and the plaintiff will have to wait. If they didn't find them empty pill containers, those empty capsules coincided with something that was said to them.
Yeah, because didn't y'all say she had told the therapist she was going to harm, somebody had said something about she's supposed to harm one of the kids and herself?
Well, I think the child said that.
Okay, well, and then they find these empty pill capsules. Come on now. I mean, that's going to be the first thing that come to your mind if you walk into a home and photograph some shit and you see shit like that. Because you normally find the empty bottles, but capsules just laying on the kitchen counter.
Empty pill capsules, not pill containers, capsules themselves.
My first question is, where did you dispose the inside of this capsule? Where is it at? Duchess said she could have sniffed it, child.
Yeah, well, what's it? I mean, really? Yeah, it gets.
That what I said. She was sniff.
No, I'm leaning more. I'm leaning more towards the.
Yeah, because some capsules have like little beads in them, you know. So it just depends on the medicine, what it is.
So let's see. Plaintiff Griffin, that her daughter expressed great fear of her. Because of this expressed fear, plaintiff could not see or speak with her. Then told plaintiff that all further decisions were the hand of the court, and she would be contacted with a court date. Griffin said she was released from the hospital. The doctor had no fear that she would harm herself or anyone else, and told her that she had the paperwork to prove it. Said, okay, then you could bring it to court with you. You'll be contacted soon. Goodbye. Did not inform plaintiff Griffin of the petition hearing the following day on January 8th. At the petition hearing, Hezek signed documents under penalty of perjury with reckless and malice intent, wrote and submitted the petition with full knowledge that the information within was untrue. The most damaging thing that Hezek said in her court report was that plaintiff intentionally abandoned her daughter without care or concern for her well-being. Griffin later found out that her daughter believed that to be true. Made these statements on her removal order, knowing that she and defendant Ranch orchestrated the removal of plaintiff Griffin from her home. The fact was now where in her report? That fact was nowhere in her report. Did not inform the court that the danger of abandonment was caused by the state by filing information by her to be false. Hazing now only committed a crime against the plaintiff and her daughter. Hazing committed the crime of fraud upon the court. Plaintiff was allowed to have knowledge of or attend her preliminary hearing, but was not allowed to do that either. So she's saying they never
No,
told her.
she's saying it's hers the fault. She ain't go to court.
Yeah.
It's hers the fault. She ain't go to court.
Yeah, that she didn't inform her of the court date.
That girl lying. It's always somebody else's fault.
2 weeks since the removal of Griffin's daughter, when she received a letter requiring she attend a team decision-making meeting before her pretrial hearing. It had been weeks since she had seen or heard from her daughter. She was praying her daughter would be at the meeting. She was not. At the team decision-making meeting, plaintiff presented with copies of the hospital's psychological report. Hazing glanced at the paperwork and told Griffin she could not give them to her attorney. She could give them to her attorney and court next week. Defendant Griffin asked when she could see her daughter. Said it's still up to the judge. You will find out when you could see her in court. On February, now remember, we're going from January 8th to February 11th. Plaintiff arrived at her pretrial hearing. The torture of the past 33 days and the depravity she and her children were suffering due to the family court process was killing her. She could not stop thinking about whether or not her daughter was safe. Were they treating her right? Was she receiving therapy? Was she afraid? Plaintiff Griffin could not turn her thoughts off. At the pretrial hearing, Griffin met her court-appointed attorney, Peters, and was introduced to...
Oh, my kids, y'all. Oh, my kids.
Oh, wait. You want that one?
Oh, my kids, y'all. Oh,
Yes,
my kids, y'all.
The depravity, the past 33 days.
Oh, my kids, y'all. Oh, my kids, y'all.
Okay. Eagerly inquiring as the well-being of her daughter and informed that she has not seen her in more than a month. They both looked at each other with a look of confusion. Yeah, bitch, you said you were going to kill her. I look at you confused too. Peters asked plaintiff to speak in private. Griffin and Peters found a bench with a slight bit of privacy. Peter asked why she hasn't seen her daughter. Griffin tells Peter she was told that her daughter was afraid of her. Because of the fear, plaintiff would not be allowed to visit. Well, shouldn't the lawyer already know that?
Help me here. Say hey to everybody. Y'all say hey here. Say hey. She playing the live, y'all. She playing the live. Tell her hi.
When you review this, can you give me either a thumbs up on my reading or what I should have did better? I'd like to know the critique a little bit. Okay, so where are we?
Yeah. Do it like you.
Okay. That's the same one, right?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't think. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Yes, it was.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
Was it? No.
Or is this more of the same one?
Oh, yeah. It was this. That was it. Hold on. I'm on 13. All right. And we only going head. Luckily for you, we only going to 18 tonight, but we're gonna eventually get through all 80 pages of this. I think this is her lawsuit. This is the amended thing where she was supposed to file response to the motion to dismiss. She filed this amended thing. So in the original one, we saw Hagler. She found out the real name was Herzig, and she updated it.
But
that makes sense.
So this is her lawsuit as well. That's why the misspellings and shit is going on in her, because this is what she wrote. She just gave us more detail with her dumb ass. She's the one that put the part about her daughter going to jail and plead no contest. She put all that in there for no reason, but she was saying that was part of the reason it took her so long to file and get back and let the 3 years time shit elapse and all of that.
Okay, so Peters asked why was her daughter afraid of her? Plaintiff assured that she did not know, and she was not sure if her daughter said that. Plaintiff also told Peters she asked CPS what was the reason for her daughter's fear. No answer was given. Peters tells plaintiff that CPS reports says she threatened to kill your daughter and yourself.
What the fuck?
Let's let that sink in just a little bit before I go on to the next line. Griffin this is all fucked up. Tells plaintiff Griffin that the CPS report says you threatened to kill your daughter and yourself. Plaintiff tells Peter that is a flat out lie. Then told Peters of the circumstance surrounding her removal from her home by police. Griffin gave Peters a copy of her discharge paper from St. John's Hospital. Griffin then told Peters that she had and never would immediately abandon any of her children. Griffin then told Peters that CPS ordered her removal from her home. Griffin told Peters that she had never been in a mental hospital, but believed she was being treated like this because she was black. Believes she was treated like this because she was black. Peters, who apparently is white, did not reply. Peters looked at the hospital discharge papers and excused herself. Oh, it's a girl. I'm sorry. Excused herself, saying she had to go and see what was going on. Peter walked over to another name and showed him the papers. Took the papers, briefly read them. They both walked over to the bench where Herzig was sitting besides the Malcolm County prosecutor. All four engaged in conversation. Plaintiff did not see the prosecutor read the paperwork, nor could she hear what was being discussed. Peters came back to the plaintiff and asked what she wanted to happen today. Plaintiff said, "I want my daughter to come home." Oh, she pulled the race card, y'all. She pulled it. Was that
if she had a black power chart, I might have believed it, but you know, she out here repping white power. So.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Maybe we should break that up. You know, she has a channel called White Power, right? Peter says, "Well, I know you're not going to like this, but that can't happen today. This is a pretrial hearing, and unfortunately, no evidence can be submitted at this hearing. The referee won't even hear it. They have agreed to allow you to visit with your daughter if you make a plea of no contest and forego the trial. Plaintiff agreed to do this so she could see her daughter." So she, who should know what no contest means, because her own foster daughter pleaded no contest. So if she enters that plea, she's admitting to everything, saying I didn't do it, but I think you have enough evidence to convict me. So it won't go to trial, but it's kind of a conviction. So she's agreeing to this so she could see her daughter. So that's also part of the lawsuit, saying that they tricked her and all this other stuff. Prior to the hearing, 3 defendants along with the prosecutor went into referee chambers alone. Plaintiff Griffin and her mother were called in a few minutes later. No mention was made of the papers given to Peters, and they were never seen again by Plaintiff Griffin. So she's saying that her damn lawyer kept the damn discharge papers from the mental hospital. These events were just the beginning of a year-long struggle for factual information to be presented to Plaintiff Griffin's discrepancies of case. After the pretrial hearing on February 11th, Plaintiff was finally given, was finally given information to the whereabouts of her daughter. At that time, she feverishly began to call everyone involved with the foster care case to obtain a visit. Griffin was finally allowed a visit with her daughter, and she was devastated when she saw her. Plaintiff's daughter was filthy, and she reeked of urine. Her hair was unkempt and had a burn on her hand.
No, you're not gonna speed past that, sir.
Well, let me finish the thing.
Who smell like piss?
The daughter. Okay, let me read that again. Griffin finally allowed to visit with her daughter. She was devastated when she saw her. Plaintiff's daughter was filthy, and she reeked of urine. Her hair was unkempt, and she had a burn on her hand that had gone untreated.
Oh, she's saying that's how the foster parents said her.
Yes, that's when she finally got to see her. She said she was filthy and she reeked of urine. Well, excuse me, I'm not quite believing that. First off, when the foster parents would not be the one that brought her.
She was 10.
Yeah. So the foster parents were not the ones that brought. CPS brought her to see her. So
bring her like that in that condition.
So where CPS is like, somebody smelled like piss. I wonder which one it is of us. Didn't notice that the smell of urine was coming from her and her hair was unkempt. Okay, so it says Griffiths believed her daughter had been abused while in the foster home. This has since been confirmed by the plaintiff's daughter. Now, let's remember, she's writing this. She's writing this. So if that was the case, was any charges brought against that foster family?
Good question.
Because why didn't she have charges brought against them? In spite of what she saw, the plaintiff remained positive in front of her daughter. So your daughter smells like piss and you're all happy and giggling with her, right? Bullshit.
This ain't supposed to be funny, but who just ignores the piss and stays positive?
Yeah. It's wonderful to see you. What the fuck? You right then should have been. Hold up. You smell like piss. You look like shit. Okay, you look like shit. You smell like piss. Something ain't right. I'm fighting the motherfucker that brought you here.
Who's in charge of this?
Yeah, who is in charge of this? Because that's when you want to do it. Not later down the line, your daughter says, yeah, they were abusing me. I did pee on myself a lot. No. When you see her and this is happening is when you say it.
But wait a minute. If CPS bringing the child, don't you think they would have stopped? They would have said something before they even brought her to meet her. Like, they're not finna. If they notice abuse of the child while they're bringing it, I mean, this shit ain't making no sense.
None of it's making sense. Because either all the CPS workers had cold that day and couldn't smell the piss.
Okay, so because they would not be doing that. First of all, they'd be questioning the foster parents. Right now, we taking up time to see what the fuck they're doing wrong. Because why does this child look like she's been abused, hasn't been taken care of, is smelling like piss, and we got her in your care? We would have they would have rescheduled that visit to tomorrow because they got to question these motherfuckers now.
And move her to a new place.
Yeah, and relocate her.
And wash that bitch down.
Because their first concern is for the child. You know, they're the one that placed this child in the foster people home. So no,
Yeah, especially because everything she listed is all things that would be obvious, like smelling like this.
Yeah,
that's obvious.
They
She said the hair was hair unkempt, obvious. Untreated burn on the hand, that should be obvious. You know what I'm saying?
Because I'm pretty sure they observe the kids when they come, you know. And then unless they arrange to bring the child to meet, like, don't they supposed to meet them like it? I don't.
Yes, if you're not allowed to see your child, it is in a supervised area.
Yeah.
And it's CPS that gets the kid and brings the kid.
Because for one, the foster parent, they're keeping their identity confidential. You know, if they wants to be kept confidential,
so she can't come back and get them.
Yeah, because you know she could try to harm the foster parents, kidnap. You know, that's a lot of that shit going on these days. When the people finding out where their kids at, they kidnapping them.
Well, first off, somebody had to drive the little kid to her. How are you sitting in a car with a kid smelling pissy and you don't notice it?
Yeah, I just don't see the CPS caseworker unless you just got some that don't give a fuck. But that they need to be held accountable for that shit because they supposed to be observing that before they even, you know, take the child from the home. Like, come on now.
If I smell piss, you sitting on some motherfucking paper.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about this. I'm gonna call you.
Your ass ain't sitting in my car. You sitting on some
reschedule this visit because I need to ask these motherfuckers what's going on up in this house and with the kids that we done put over here with y'all. We got to talk about this shit.
You ain't pissed. You ain't pissed thinking up my seats. Sit on this fucking paper. You got to sit on this paper right here.
Somebody's standing right.
I got to put a bag under your ass. Oh, pissy and shit in my car.
Right.
So she did not bring it up at the time of visiting with her daughter. She later chose to address her concerns with caseworkers, GAL, and Peters to no avail. So you tell a caseworker, yeah, my kid smelled like piss and had a burn that was not treated on her hand. And you're telling me all these people went, what? Okay. And did nothing? There would have been documented proof. And why didn't you take a picture of that shit? At least the nappy hair and the burn on the hand, right?
Well, is the lawsuit the documented proof? I mean, is this the actual lawsuit?
This is
she's suing them?
This is what she wrote.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So this is her.
Yes. This is
okay.
This is her amended joint.
I got you.
Her version of the events of what she's alleged and took place.
Okay. Continue.
Okay. Throughout this difficult time, plaintiff asked for the court reports to state the truth about her. So copies of the medical and psychological reports were given to all CPS, DHS, TCC, and family court defendants. Late March, Plaintiff Griffin was given a copy of her discharge papers to Williams and TCC supervisor Ladier. At the visit with her daughter, Plaintiff Griffin tearfully explained the circumstances around her case. At the next court hearing, Williams and Lather both made statements to the court, but refused to present or mention the information provided to them. Plaintiff was not allowed to speak. Peters once again refused to speak on plaintiff's behalf. So she's claiming that she did not receive proper counseling in this. Plaintiff
yes, it's a conspiracy against her. What do you know?
Everybody. The foster parents conspired against her kid, her, and everybody else. Okay. Plaintiff provided a copy of the exact information to Williams and her supervisor, Kimberly Jordan, at the meeting where she expressed concerns for her daughter's safety due to the black eye caused by a child in the foster home. Well, now we got a black eye.
Hold on, we're not. we done upgraded to a black eye.
Now we got a black eye. Griffin was told that could be anything. Was told they could do anything to assist her. So now the kid she's pissy, got nappy hair, and got a black eye. That's a damn shame. At the hearing following, the plaintiff again informed Peters and whatever that name, neither were willing to intervene. Both refused to present any evidence. Boy, her lawyer sucks. I'm just saying. Plaintiff Griffin.
What evidence did she have?
All I keep hearing about is her psychological discharge papers. That's the only evidence she keeps referring to. Because she doesn't say she gave it to everybody. Hell, people were sitting in the courthouse. She was giving them the pair. Here's my discharge papers. You're not even part of this case, but here, you can have them too. She gave them to everybody. But she's saying nobody wants to talk about it. It's the evidence that she's not crazy. I guess that's pertinent to the case. Okay, so it says, Griffin again informed TCC supervisor staff was refusing to put any factual information in her paperwork, at which time she was told they can only write what CPS tells them. It is up to plaintiff's attorney to argue for you. Again, then plaintiff asked Peters to speak on her behalf. She did not. Many requests were made to defendants for fair, honest, and factual reporting. Plaintiff even stressed to all defendants how much lies were hurting her daughter. No one seemed to care. Well, again, the only factual information that we've heard about is her medical discharge papers from the mental hospital. What other evidence did she have? And I understand that her lawyer is not refuting anything that
he's not refuting nothing.
Because it's probably all true. What is he going to refute if it's true? And if he speaks, he's going to have to prove it's not true. You know what I'm saying? So if they're saying things that are true, there's nothing he could say unless he has proof that it's not true. This is a hearing. This is not a court case. It's a hearing on whether she can have her child back or not. All right, next one, Trey.
Nah, would she be able to remove her attorney from the case and get a new attorney? Just like you would?
Yeah, she could apply to get, but this is a court appointed attorney. She's not paying this person, nor is this is a court appointed. So she could ask for new counsel. But again, if you ask for new counsel, that means they're
right,
they're going to dismiss him. They're going to have to find another lawyer for her. Then they're going to have to bring that lawyer back, swear that lawyer in. He's going to have to file the right paperwork. So now you're adding weeks or even a month.
Right, it's going to prolong. And her biggest thing is she just want to get her daughter back.
She's on this whole thing of she don't know what she's doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. So I guess she's going to act like, well, I didn't know I could get rid of my lawyer. You could fire your lawyer anytime you want to.
Sure can.
Plaintiff Griffin gave another copy of some factual information to Logan Jordan, Desmore, and Forney. Once again, none of them mentioned it in their court reports or statements to the court. What is this factual information? Okay. After almost a year of torture, defendants Logan and Forney, along with court conspirators, forced Griffin and her children to attend family therapy. They were not told why. Well, you should be happy because it seems your family really fucked up. You should be
At this
happy.
point, at this point, do she got custody of her child back, or is she
No,
just doing
no,
supervised visits?
still. She did. They
No,
haven't given
she's
her. Yeah,
supervised visits.
yeah. The
And the other one
forfeiture.
in jail. That's why y'all
Yeah.
need family therapy. The fuck? One of your kids is in jail for assaulting the other one, ma'am, and you wonder why y'all need family therapy. Then you said you want to kill yourself and the one that was abused. You crazy motherfucker. That's why y'all need therapy. The same reason you was talking to the therapist in your house who snitched on you about wanting to kill yourself and popping open capsules and doing who knows what with. Crazy motherfucker. Hey, I know you watching. Hi.
How am I doing, Helmet Head? How am I doing? Okay, so Walters was the therapist plaintiff and her children opened up to. Walters about very private and personal things of no relevance to the dependency of case. Almost every word of very private words was shared was in the next court report. Oh shit. They took the last tool we had from us. Our final safe place was gone, and none of them cared. In fact, they took pleasure in our pain. When
This sounds like some YouTube shit.
this is a Tubi. This is a
That's what I
Tubi fucking
think.
movie.
That sounds like what she be saying on her YouTube stream. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
This is an African
man.
Tubi movie right here. All right?
It's YouTube.
YouTube.
Okay, when Griffin spoke to Walters and Schreider, she was told they had no legal responsibility to Griffin and her children because they were contracted by DHS. Then asked them not to return there. Oh shit, they got kicked out of fucking therapy. What the fuck were you telling them that you got kicked out of fucking therapy? We can't help you here. We're sorry, but you're a little above our pay grade. Griffin has been able to find email requests and audio recordings of her begging for fair and honest reporting of information from February 13th to April 2014. The emails are addressed either to one of all the defendants, not including Warren police defendants. At a heated TDM in April, Plaintiff Griffin asked Forney if she could instruct caseworkers to write only the truth at that time. Forney told Griffin, no, it is not the job of DSH to tell the caseworkers how to write court reports. If your attorney's job to argue your point, both Peters were present, neither said anything. First off, what you assume that it's their job to write the truth?
Correct.
So is that saying that she had two lawyers? Because it say Peters and Siskey. I don't know who Siskey is.
There's always a co-counsel. So he has someone with him.
Mm-hmm.
So he may have had another lawyer with him in this. But usually there is two attorneys. And understand, the child also has an attorney, which is never brought up in this. I haven't seen the child's attorney unless
I think that may be Siskey may be the child's attorney.
I'm thinking that's what I'm thinking because the child always has an attorney separate from her attorney. Right. But the fact that she keeps saying, make them tell the truth. Well, first off, it's your attorney's job to prove that they're not telling the truth. I don't see that happening here. The fact that they don't say anything tells me that you're delusional and that you are crazy and you believe these people are lying on you. First off, the child never said she didn't say that her mama was going to do that to herself and her. Anywhere in there, did you read that the child said she never said that? Has that come up at all in here? No, it hasn't. The child said that to them. They didn't just pull that out of the air. Either that or you told your therapist that. But I doubt you told your therapist that you were going to do that and hurt yourself, because that therapist is obligated by law to have you committed. Even a therapist has the power to tell someone that you're going to harm yourself, and it's their obligation to do so. Now, the therapist had concerns, probably some anger came out during their therapy session, and that's what she said to CPS. But I believe that child is the one that said that she was going to do that. Because I don't see that coming up anywhere on here, that they would just pull that out of thin air and lie on her or lie on her child about that. Okay, let's see. Later, Griffin asked Peter why she never allowed to present factual evidence. Peter told Griffin it was because she pleaded no contest. There it is.
Oh, yeah. Okay. It makes sense because you didn't plead not guilty, so it's like, what are you?
No, she pleaded no contest, which means I have no defense for any of these things you're saying. No contest means that I think you have enough.
That's
evidence.
just like pleading guilty.
Yeah, it's just like pleading guilty, but
It's
you're not
just
going,
like pleading guilty.
Yeah, you're not going to trial, and they're not going to present any evidence against you. But what we have to understand here, this is not for her guilt. This is for her to get the child back.
Mm-hmm.
This is not criminal. She's not protesting that everything they're saying isn't true. This is the court listening and deciding whether she gets custody of that child again. Okay. Infuriated plaintiff demanded through email that the defendants put evidence into her final court report and told them all this did not happen. She would sue them in federal court.
I heard that before.
Yeah.
We don't have. But she actually did this when she just lost.
Yeah. But she's gonna later call back and say she didn't have a ride to the courthouse. Sorry, I couldn't come down to the courthouse. I didn't have a ride. Documentation was placed far in the back of the court report, but the non-factual information was still written. Keller asked about the paperwork, and plaintiff told him she provided proof that the information was was used to remove her daughter from the home was untrue. Griffin then said, "This is why I brought my daughter today. She's been told for more than a year that I abandoned her. I brought my daughter to say, I want her to know this has not been true, has never been true. She all knew it the whole time." Referee Keller then remember, this is not a judge, this is a referee, then turns to plaintiff and says, "Well, you did other things that made us remove her, like getting your daughter to school late a few times. From the beginning, plaintiff dependency case plaintiff only asked for two things. One, for her daughter's safety being the most important. Two, that her right to due process be respected, not impeded upon or conspired against. All defendants denied her both. These things, due to the action of defendant Griffin, suffered severe mental and emotional distress. Plaintiff had to take deliberating psychotropes. This medication caused memory loss and have damaged her liver. Well, was she prescribed that shit?
Because why she taking it?
Well, I'm just saying, was she prescribed that shit? Did they not know
Psychotropics.
that they could damage her liver? I mean, I don't understand why you were given medication that could damage your liver during this time of mental and sometimes physical instability. Plaintiffs was able to work and substantially had to God damn it, Trey, move it. Had to close her business. Plaintiff suffered a cardiac episode.
Wait a minute. We're not just gonna skirt past that. Because ain't this the same woman that sits up here and try to come for truth for having a heart attack?
Yeah.
Well, and not being able to work.
Yeah.
So it says she had to close her business. So how is she getting money? Is she on Social Security?
Continue on.
Plaintiff suffered a cardiac episode, not a heart attack. A cardiac episode, which could mean anything, brought on by stress she faced while her daughter was being abused in state custody. Plaintiff had just within the last 6 to 7 months began to reclaim her mental health. Griffin had to first deal with her mental health and the mental and physical health of her children before she could bring this action. You're gonna love this one.
Now, did she sue them for her daughter being abused in state custody and them ignoring her pleas for them to do something about it?
No, the lawsuit
Absolutely not. No,
is her. All the things that happened to her. You notice this is her lawsuit that she's mentioning right now. Due to the actions of the defendants, suffered severe mental. So this is the part here that is telling the courts the damage that was done to her and why she should be reimbursed for these actions.
You would think if that was true, she would have filed a whole nother separate case for that, but
for the daughter being
abused,
being abused, yeah,
exactly. And there's not one. Like
now, Flexi, listen to this very carefully. Plaintiff Griffin is an African American woman with diagnosed and documented mental health conditions, all recognized by the ADA. This makes plaintiff a member of 2 protected classes relative to this action.
So earlier up on this, when you was reading it, she claimed that the hospital didn't deem her as mental, right?
Yes.
So down here, we're getting confirmation that she was diagnosed with mental health conditions. And she's a part of 2.
That's why Peters kept the paperwork.
And she's part of 2 protected classes, huh? So that explains why she did.
Wait a minute. What could the 2 protected? Oh, African Americans and a nutcase are the 2 protected classes.
And crazy bitch.
African American is definitely not a protected class.
What? There's 2. What are the 2 classes then?
And it's not recognized by the ADA.
Or 2 mental, whatever she
diagnosed and documented.
Yeah.
Diagnosed and documented her 2.
So basically, she said, "I can go out here and unalive motherfucker, and they ain't gonna do shit."
Oh yeah, okay. It says mental health conditions, meaning there's more than one.
Exactly.
No, but it says plaintiff member of 2 protected classes relevant to this action. Now let's remember what she said to her lawyer. She said this wouldn't have happened if she wasn't Black.
But again, this is some shit she wrote right here, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So she's claiming that they did this to her because 1, she was Black, 2, she was crazy.
But
Those are
it's
the two.
But
Those
no,
are the
let me
two protected classes.
no,
how it
no,
show.
let me ask you: is African American considered a protected class?
Discriminating, discrimination
Yeah.
Fuck
against
no.
But
yes.
discrimination against
Yeah.
anybody is
Everybody is a protected
illegal.
Well,
class.
discrimination
No, it's not.
because
The only way
just
we're protected is if you get hung by a tree or some shit like that.
well, no, if you're singled
But
out because of your race, gender,
exactly. They're
religion,
allowed
that's what it says: race, gender, religion, sexual orientation. Um, there's one more.
But I'm
So,
not thinking that's one of the protected classes she's
but
trying to,
but she made it
We
very
only
known to
protected
them.
from lynching.
But she made the lawyer very aware of that's why they were doing this to her.
because
She
she's black.
said it in her statement. They're only doing this to me because I'm black.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Well,
So
I think that's separate from her saying she's a part of 2 protected classes. She
Mhm.
basically just saying they
well,
It has
target
to be
mental,
you.
because being black. Yeah, go ahead.
but mental
Being black
health.
is not protected by the ADA. We can
If you're
look up what the ADA is and some of the classes that they are, but I'm pretty sure being black ain't one of them.
all right, what is the ADA? What is the ADA? Americans with
Yeah, you can
Disabilities Act
share
is a
your screen if
civil
you want.
rights law and protects people with disabilities from discrimination in public spaces and employment. So it would have to be. So what else? Well, mental health would fall under 1. Where did she get the second class from?
This a shit show.
But that's what I'm saying.
And
She
she
said,
does specify she's an African American woman. She specified like she act like she is being black as
yes,
being recognized by the ADA.
that's what I'm
Mhm.
saying. She mentions African American woman and mental health. So those are the 2 things that she's trying to point out. And the fact that she said that to her lawyer tells me that that's what she was leaning towards anyway. That she was being
What?
discriminated because of her color.
Right. Well, you could be right. Um, being black is not by itself is not a protected class. But
No, but
if she's arguing based off discrimination, then yeah,
yes,
it is. But
that's what I'm. That's where I'm leaning because number 1, your mental health would be covered under the ADA, but she specifically said
Well, it
is an
says who is
African
protected?
American woman.
People who have. Okay, it says people who have a physical or mental impairment that limits a majority like activity. That's AD. They're protected. People who have a history of such an impairment. People who are perceived by others as having such an impairment. Examples of disabilities covered by ADA: cancer, diabetes, PTSD, HIV, autism, cerebral palsy, deaf or hearing loss, blindness or low vision. It says violations is sent like demoting, terminating, harassing disabled employees, failure to provide reasonable accommodation, disabled. I don't get it. I'm not putting this together.
I'm not putting the 2. I'm not putting the 2 because the mental illness would fall under 1. What's the second one? That's what I'm saying. American with Disabilities Act. Yeah, that's ADA. But I'm just saying, it's like, where is the other one? Where'd you get 2 from? Oh,
maybe she was arguing that she was mentally and physically disabled in some type of way. I don't know. Because she did, she was bringing up the fact that she had a cardiac episode and
yeah,
unable to work and stuff like that.
Could be. Yeah, it could be the heart. It could be the episode. Yeah, I don't know. It's funny that she mentions is an African American woman with diagnosed mental illness.
I definitely think she was trying to use that as one of them too. I think that may hold on. Let me see. I don't know if there's any.
Well, then she can't really get mad at us for putting the
Yep, we
helmet on
got
her head,
18. Okay.
right? How could she get mad at us for putting the helmet on her head?
Not,
It's true.
not at all. She need. Go ahead for her on the short bus.
It's true.
That's her
I
real
mean,
life. In real
yes,
life, you slow
we're not lying.
motherfucker.
You can't say we did anything to defame you when you're supposed to be wearing a motherfucking helmet, you crazy bitch. I'm just saying. You got
You
mad. You
said you're
put a helmet
protected
on.
by the ADA.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we
Were
want to
you?
make sure you're safe. Wear that helmet, bitch. Wear that helmet. I'm just saying.
We're trying to. We were protecting you. We recognize you were a protected class.
Yeah.
What the hell? I took it down. How did I do? How the fuck did that happen?
What you said, the helmet
Okay,
was
this is the
for
last
protection.
It was
one.
for protection. So, don't bump her head on nothing.
Yeah, it was for her protection.
Okay, so defendant Ranch, Stellman, and Skowinski were all actors of the state. All defendants conspired together knowing they were in direct violation of Griffin's Fourth Amendment rights that guard against arbitrary police intrusions. The newly formed United States in 1791 ratified the U.S. Constitution's Fourth Amendment, which states the rights of people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable search and seizure shall not be violated, and no warrant shall issue but upon probable cause supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the person or things to be seized. Ranch presented the illegal photographs as evidence in obtaining a removal order for defendant's daughter the next day. Well, first off, they asked you if they could come in. You said yes.
Yeah,
Second off,
oh, go ahead.
it was a wellness check. And they had every right to search that house because you said, well, your daughter said that you were going to harm her and yourself. And it seems as if your therapist also believed this because your therapist is the one that raised the alarm. So what part of
And she also admitted that what the police saw when they came would have been grounds for her to be transported, with the lights being off, the house being dirty and all. She admitted that.
And the answer to the question to the police officer, is anyone else in this home? And your answer was, I don't know. That right there gives probable cause for the policeman to enter the home and ensure that there is no one in the house that is not supposed to be there. There's like 3 or 4 things that give the police probable cause to go in that house, besides the fact that you did not protest and you allowed them to come inside.
Right. If none of those other things was in play, and they was just, they needed her consent to search the house, she should have stood on her ground. And if they would have forced their way in, then you could have argued that. But she basically let them dangle, oh, do you want to see your kid? If you let her search the house, we'll let you see your kid or go get your kid or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, basically, yeah, I want to see my kids. So they kind of finessed her ass, because after they searched the house, then they hit her with, oh, you need to go get evaluated.
If you want to see your kid.
Yeah. Right.
Well,
Again, if you want to see your kid.
But here's the thing. When he asked her, is there anyone else in the house? And she said no. he placed her in the front room because now it becomes a situation of we don't know who's in this house. Because you didn't know who was in this house. We don't know who's in this house. He drew his gun to search the house. She gave him probable cause. That's why all this shit. Yeah.
Let's see here. Discrimination on the basis of race, color, sex. So it's in there. Race is in there. Pregnancy, sexual orientation, gender identity, disability, religion, familial status, national origin, citizenship status, etc. It's bullshit.
Yeah, well, they added that gender thing like 2 years ago. But yes, it's discrimination. And she made it very clear that she wants to be known in this lawsuit as African American. Interesting. Let's see. Defendants violate plaintiff's rights to privacy. Defendant Ranch, by phone, worked in concert to conduct a body search and remove Plaintiff Griffin from her home without her consent and against her will, forcing her to commit herself for a psychiatric evaluation. Defendants knew that they were creating a danger by doing this.
Sorry, the truth.
What?
Sorry, the truth. That's the Civil Rights Division. That's not the ADA. That's the Civil Rights Division that I just read off.
Yeah,
never mind.
Which is no longer actually a department anymore. But I'm just saying. So, well, I think that's what she's saying, though. They discriminated against her as a protected class, but we're here nor there. All right. So it's a defendant knew that they were creating a danger by doing this because Plaintiff Griffin told them she had not been able to contact her mother and had no one to get her daughter from school. All defendants conspired, fabricated information and statements and reports in order to cover up their illegal acts. And in fact, defendant made implications for non-compliance could result in plaintiff's daughter being taken. Officers made statements such as, if you want your daughter to come home, just do what we say. You want your daughter home today, don't you? Well, you were such a simple-minded bitch. You listened to it, didn't you? Defendants worked in concert with holding plaintiffs against her will as she begged to retrieve her cell phone and pick her daughter up from the home. First off, you said you're
from school. I ain't been able to reach my mom. I ain't been able to reach her.
Well, first off, you want to go downstairs. You're not going downstairs. We don't know what you got hidden downstairs. Your ass is going to stay right here where I can see you. Okay, you've already made assumptions that you're going to off yourself and the kids. So you're going to sit where I can see you. So she's claiming that her civil rights were violated, is what she's trying to say. And that they conspired to do this. What do they gain by conspiring to do this? Do they get a raise for every child they take?
Yeah, they didn't tell you to tell your home therapist that you was gonna kill everybody. You crazy bitch. They didn't make you do that.
That's what I'm saying. Like what are they? See, that my whole point when people say, well, they conspired to do this. What do they actually gain by doing this? Because
they get to take another black person down because they racist, sir.
There you go. But I'm just saying, when people come to me and say, yeah, they conspired to do it, what do they gain from doing that? What outcome is in favor of them doing that? Do they gain something from it? Are they mad at you? Is there a reason for them not to like you? Do you think that CPS wants to take children from people? Trust me, they
You know what's
don't.
funny? You know what's funny? Her and her daughter both pled no contest. That's funny
Yes.
as shit.
You already know what that means because your daughter pled no contest and got put in jail.
The year prior.
Yes, it's not like it didn't it happened years ago. It just happened. And you saw what happened to your daughter. Why would you plead no contest? The only reason you plead no contest is for leniency. That's it. And you don't want the facts being put on any documents. That's the only reason you plead no contest. Again, no contest means I believe you have enough evidence to convict me, but I'm not admitting anything, nor am I pleading guilty to anything. I'm just not going to trial.
Baby 3 years later. She had a baby 3 years later after this, so she must have had some pretty lax juvenile sanctions.
Oh, you mean the
one that went to jail.
Really?
Yeah, because that happened at 14. She had a baby at 17. She's 24 now. Or she about to be 24. She had a baby 16, 17, but still, this shit happened 2012 is when she went to jail. 2013 is when she's filing this case against whatchamacallit because CPS came to the house and there was just that one child in the picture. Well, you know what? Okay, well, I take it back. There've been 12 and 10 in 2012. Been 12 and 10. But she still had 4 years later. Okay, she might have did like a 4-year bid.
Well, yeah, I'd love to know when she got out because a lot of people turn up pregnant in them juvenile centers. So baby daddy could be a prison.
She was out. She got a white baby daddy. No, she got a white baby daddy. They're the same age, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay, all right. Well,
it's been a minute.
I'm just saying
since I went through there.
My whole thing is she's leaning on being black. She's leaning on being a woman. She's leaning on her Fourth Amendment rights that they conspired to deceive her.
And being crazy.
Yeah, they took advantage of her mental illness and conspired to deceive her into believing that they were on her side. That's what the whole case is built on. All right, was that the last paper?
Yep, that was it. I just got 18. They sent it to me in pieces.
Oh, in groups? Okay. All right.
I don't know when the next bundle is coming, but there's more. There's more. To page 80.
Well, yeah, because let's all remember when she filed this, she was actually 2 months late to file this. And that's
3 years and 2 months.
Yeah, 3 years and 2 months late to file this. She had 3 years to file this. She waited 3 years and 2 months to file this. And that's what their motion was to dismiss because it was out of the statute of limitation. And this was supposed to be her rebuttal to the dismissal. Because she explains in the beginning why it took her so long to get this together. Due to her mental illness, she could not wrap her head around it.
And she was going through learning that her daughter had been essayed by her other daughter who pled no contest and went to jail. It was just all of that. And it forced her to stop working and that's why the lights was off. And there was just a whole bunch of shit. She conflated a whole bunch of shit together.
Interesting. Very interesting.
There'll be more Helmet Head. There'll be more. I'm glad I ruined your night. You should have just not listened to me. Now you can have the rest of the crowd. They can go watch you now.
Yeah.
I don't know when I'm going to get the rest of it, but part 2 is coming, y'all. We're going to work it out.
She's compiling a super panel right now to combat us.
Damn.
I don't give a fuck. It's in black and white. This is your paperwork. I started the initial paperwork out on the Vito the Dunn podcast the other day, where I was showing the motions to dismiss from the lawyers and all of that good stuff, where they got granted their motions too.
Well, let's hope this super panel that you put together is better than the super panel you had about me. Okay, just saying.
Damn.
Yeah.
When did you have a super panel about you?
Tonight.
What?
She had
tonight?
all my ops. Yeah, the little before you went live, she gathered up all my ops there, and they just weak ass. All of them together have like, if they all went like on the channels, and you added up all the people in their lives, they would have maybe 20 people. If you added them all up together. And those are the people that she brought to. Supposedly, those are the people that exposed me. I don't know why retard Corky wasn't there, but he wasn't there. But he supposedly has defeated me. Every one of them has said they defeated me.
So did they expose you to be Chris again? Because Helmet Head page said the truth. She didn't call you Chris. She said when they expose you, you can't really what, but I thought you already exposed them. How can they do something you've already done?
Well, her and Alex exposed me as Christopher Wignall. That's why I asked Alex, are you admitting that Wignall page was yours now? But I never got an answer from Corky. But the thing is that all these people supposedly have defeated me. Now they've said my name was, I forgot what name they called me, but I was some skinny white alcoholic dude, and they said I work in a hardware store. No, I work in a hardware store. But
damn, you everybody need truth.
From Michael Rappaport to a lawyer to a hardware store.
Yeah, let's not forget I worked in a check cashing place. That was said to.
That one time they had that man that killed all them women in New York as your picture too.
Yeah,
they had him.
I don't know where they pulled. Well, we know where they got Christopher Wignall. That was from Amanda, and Amanda is quite sure that she got me, but I think she's kind of doubting it now. I'm like, okay, but.
If they only knew, boy, they eyes of people.
Like,
that's all I gotta say.
So now
it's the you supposed to be this white drunk person for me.
Yeah, I'm a white skinny drunk guy, but I'm a fat Chris Wignall to them. They don't know I'm a Ricky Anderson. I'm a fat Chris Wignall. I'm some Matt guy or something is what they were saying. Now, the one guy said
Rappaport.
Yeah, Michael Rappaport. I was Michael Rappaport for a while. I worked for Jay-Z for a while too.
Damn.
Yeah, I worked for Jay-Z. I also worked for YouTube.
Next is gonna be you Diddy lawyer.
Yeah. I work for. Well, I knew Diddy. I worked for Jay-Z.
Get the fuck out of here.
Who else? Who else they say? They say I know somebody that works within YouTube, and that's why I'm protected.
What?
I have according to Helmet, I have an information data company.
You be mining credit card numbers and shit.
Yeah,
Man.
I have an
Shit.
information data company.
Oh Lord,
Uh,
that's what's gonna be. This is too
yeah,
much, boy.
yeah.
I didn't know all these the truth.
I'm the boogeyman. You didn't know I'm the
Man,
motherfucker. I'm the
damn.
motherfucking boogeyman. I am
Ooh.
everyone and no one all at the same
Same
time.
time, all the same
All at
time.
the same time. So I will be reviewing the super panel if she doesn't private it. I'll be reviewing it. It's pretty funny because one of the guys up there is a 40-year-old virgin.
Not a 40-year-old virgin.
Yes, a 40-year-old virgin. He even says it on his live that he ain't never had no pussy.
Oh wow.
He lives with his mama
Mhm.
and he cusses his mama out while he's live. Mama, I'm live, mama. I'll take it out later. I told you I'd do it later, mama. Mama, shut up, mama. I'm live. I'm doing a video. I'm like, bitch, if you're doing a video, turn it off and then turn it back on, you dumbass. I'm doing a video, mama. Mama, I'll do it. I said I'd do it. I was like, God damn, you can't write this stuff.
Where you be finding these people at Detroit?
I don't find them. They fucking find me. I didn't find Alec. Alec found me. I'm like, come on now. I'm like, damn. Why all the slow motherfuckers got to come and bother me? Why? I don't do nothing to them. I mean, think about it. Trey don't bother these people. They bother Trey, and then they get mad when Trey comes after their ass.
Well, they do it for attention. They want somebody to speak on them. You know what I'm saying?
I know. You know, but again, Helmet had about 100 people. They were the regulars, of course, And of course, now that Helmet is mentioning, all the motherfucking trolls are coming back to say something. I'm like, damn, I got 22 goddamn comments.
But you really been chilling, so that's why I'm like, what happened for her to be?
You know why I came back with a vengeance? Because every one of them motherfuckers claimed they had my channel deleted.
Oh, they thought they had these.
Yeah, they thought they did the big one. You know, they thought they did the big one.
Oh, okay.
Alec, the Truth channel's been deleted.
At least she ain't lie and say she heard from YouTube your appeal was denied.
Damn.
I'm just saying they were having parties. Motherfucking Corky over there fucking playing music and talking about the truth is gone. The truth is gone. I'm like, damn, you happy little motherfuckers. I can see you. You just can't see me, bitch. I was watching the whole motherfucking time.
Your ass.
And they motherfucking high-fiving each other and shit. Yeah, we got that bitch's channel terminated. Them coming up with all kinds of things. Well, he said Sparkle had AIDS. That's why his channel was terminated. When did I say that?
Who is that?
Sparkle's a man that wears a dress. And supposedly, I outed him for having AIDS. Everybody know that motherfucker got AIDS. Just stop it. But I'm just saying, but that's why my channel was terminated. Because I said that on my page.
Is that why? That's not why it was. Your channel wasn't terminated. I didn't even know your channel was gone.
No, it's not terminated. I got my subs are back. My videos are back. I just got to unprivate them, but still. All of it, it's like they sat there and made all that shit up. Just like when Trey's channel was gone, everybody was claiming they did it. I took Trey's channel. They all fucking claimed it.
They were having a motherfucking parade.
Motherfucking parade. Every one of them had a float that said, I did it. I did it. I get the motherfucker, you don't know. You know, like, go ahead.
Crazy shit.
Go ahead. Party, motherfucker. But Helmet had told them his channel didn't get deleted. He'll be back. Because she know I'm like a bad motherfucking cold. I'm coming back, bitch. When I come back, I'm going to be the motherfucking flu. Is what I'm going to be. I ain't going to be a cold this time. I'm going to be a motherfucking flu. And now they all, again, because, you know, you guys ain't really talking about them. They trying to conspire with my ops that I've been exposing. See, but I want to ask you and Trey something. Did I expose a 14-year-old boy Did I dox a 14-year-old boy?
No, who's supposed to be 14?
I don't know. They keep saying that I doxed a 14-year-old boy.
I said, no, I ain't never heard you dox a 14-year-old
No,
boy.
I keep telling them, bring him on. I'll bring him on, interview him. I want to know who this 14-year-old boy
Who
is.
is the 14-year-old boy?
Yeah. Do they mean Alec?
He's not 14.
I know. Do they mean Alec? I don't know if they mean Alec or not. But at the same time, they said I doxed someone's dead husband.
What?
I don't know these people. I'm like, damn. I know I've doxed a lot of people. I mean, I have to be honest. I have doxed a lot of people, a lot, but I can't remember anybody's dead husband.
I can't remember that damn troll name.
What? Which troll name?
But somebody that you supposed to Karma, you had supposed to dox Karma Loop's dead husband.
Oh, yes. That's the one that said Karma Loop said I doxed Karma Loop's dead husband.
Y'all don't get off this goddamn line. This shit here is, baby.
So I doxed Karma Loop's dead husband. I doxed a 14-year-old boy. Right? But
this is so crazy.
Nobody, and according to them, I got rejected by old Big Back Pam. And that's why I doxed Pam. Because she rejected me.
You trying to holler at Pam.
But she
damn, they don't put Pam in your life.
Yeah, she rejected me, and that's why I doxed her.
Lord, they true.
I did dox her, but it wasn't because of that. I did tell everybody that homeless shelter she was living in and showed them it too. But I'm just saying, all these people, and they all get together and they talk to each other and they just start regurgitating what the other one said. And then by the time that one's finished, they done added something.
You just keep adding more shit.
Yeah, pretty soon I done doxed goddamn Harriet Tubman.
Damn.
Yeah, the girl that pooped in the parking lot. Yeah, and her brother was found in the river in a dress.
Yeah, that's who Pam.
Yeah,
you know, I used to get her and that other lady mixed up that you be talking about.
Who, Essie?
Yeah, I used to get them mixed up.
Oh yeah, they threw Essie in there too. Yeah,
but you know they were gonna put her in there too. Then if they put Pam in there,
he stalked Essie Berry. When did I stalk Essie Berry? Because I debunk her lies. That ain't stalking. I mean, I did force her to not show up to her own meet and greet, but that's beside the point.
Well, why do other people just start attacking you?
Well, they don't like Liz. This is all Liz's fault.
Oh, they don't like
Liz is asleep right now. I'm just telling you right now. Liz is asleep. But they don't like Liz.
Well, why they don't like Miss Liz?
They don't like Liz. They've been attacking. Yeah, they've been attacking Liz for like 6 months now. And I've been cool. I ain't been bothering nobody. I've been letting Liz defend herself and I've been staying out of it. But then I had to get in it.
Right.
And I had to expose people for their scamming ways. I had to make sure everybody knew that motherfucker ain't had no kid. So how can his kid be dead if he ain't never had a kid? So he
that shit crazy.
Yeah, he used the dead kid scam on them.
And
you definitely. I'm gonna send you a picture of him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, don't say their name on here. We don't.
We don't have problems. So he claimed his son died, and he don't have a son. His dog died around the time that he said his son died.
Well, maybe that was his son.
That's what I'm saying. Plus, when I send you this picture of him, you're gonna know damn well ain't a woman on this motherfucking earth laid down and had a child with this ugly motherfucker.
Oh shit.
He has 5 tooths.
Oh,
No, I'm sorry,
hell no.
6. 6
Oh Lord,
tooths,
the
and they're all pointing in all different directions.
The truth. I don't want nothing that's gonna give me. I don't want no picture that's gonna give me a nightmare.
It will give you a nightmare.
I don't want to look. I don't look at scary shit.
This dude looks like the cavity creep mixed in with Skeletor.
Hell no. Hell no.
And he gets mad because I keep showing his face. He keeps threatening me, keep showing my face, and I'm gonna take your channel. Bitch, you too stupid to take my channel. You too goddamn stupid to take my channel. Just be aware that I'm gonna show your goddamn face anytime I want to. So they go after Liz, and now they're mad because I'm exposing them. So you know.
I was wondering what the hell. I don't know these folks.
No, I try to keep them separate from you guys. I don't tag you guys in things I do about them to keep you guys away from them. But somehow, some way, they found Helmet and the crew.
Well, did they find or did she find them? You know she watch everything.
Jade found them.
Who?
Jade found them. Along with
oh shit, Lord have mercy.
Yes. Jade showed up and said, started talking to them. And then Karma Loop showed up, and then they were scheduling lives for Karma Loops and Jade to come up and talk. I was like, you do know that they're not going to show up, right?
Wow.
he even scheduled Pam to come up, and I said, "You do know Pam is not coming up, right? Pam's not coming up because Pam does not want."
Yeah, so Helmet Head found all of them.
Yeah, yep, and that's
because where is Jay and Karma Loops at now that she done had power panels with them?
Nowhere. They don't. They wanted to interview
she did
all
exactly
of them.
what she wanted to do. Get them up there with her to start some shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. But it somehow the topic was Liz, and not really me.
Mm-hmm. Well, she don't like Miss Liz either. So
she don't.
Yeah.
So it was crazy. I ain't listened to. I listened to a little bit of it, then I, because of course somebody showed up on comments going, "You better hurry up. They're having a power panel all about you, the truth. You wait. They're exposing you." Like, damn. Please, somebody motherfucking expose me. I'm getting tired of being threatened with being exposed. Somebody motherfucking expose me, for Christ.
And you and I know you tired of being the wrong motherfuckers.
Damn. Another innocent motherfucker done bit the dust. You got another motherfucker's face up there again. Damn.
Y'all putting everybody else out here except for me, motherfucker.
Shit. Can one of you motherfuckers get it right?
Okay.
Alec, I know who you are. Goddamn independent investigator. I know who you are. And then finally, I was like, who am I? You're Christopher. Oh, shit. Motherfucker, you listening to them dummies. You ain't no damn investigator.
Well, wait a minute. Didn't she say that Alec was Christopher at one point in time?
Well, Alec made the Christopher page, according to her, but we know Alec did make the page. But, Alec, Corky's so dumb. He just, it was me. Yeah. Just so, I mean, come on. Corky have like one person in his lives, and he just be talking away. That dumb motherfucker made a video. I love my grandma. I'm like, oh, bitch. You better, ain't you supposed to be training for the Special Olympics about now? What the fuck are you doing? Get off of YouTube and train for the Special Olympics, you bitch. Shut up. Like, damn. But why? Nobody cares that you love your grandma.
He want the world to know.
That's good. That's good. Well, that's what's happening. So get ready.
That's a lie, huh? I ain't know this was going on like for real.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still undefeated. Just say that.
Yeah,
I'm
I
still
see.
undefeated, y'all. I still got my belt.
They keep resulting back to Christopher. And you ain't no damn Christopher.
I still got my belt, bitches. I still got my belt. That's right. Look at my community wall.
How long they been trying to figure out who you were? How long it been, Detroit? Some years.
It's going on 3 years that they've been trying to find out. Well, Essie been trying to find out who I was for 7 years, but she just said fuck it and just gave me a name and just kept it for 7 years. But 3 years for Helmet Head, she been trying to figure it out.
Damn.
Now it's been a year for these guys. And they came up with another name. Like, damn, one motherfucker said about 5 names. Yeah, he got about 5 names. Bitch, how does somebody have 5 fucking names? Please tell me how they have 5 goddamn names. What the fuck?
That's some funny shit.
They try. I have to give it to them. They try.
Yeah.
They try really hard.
Trying,
bless their heart. Bless their
hearts. They be working overtime trying to find out.
It'll
be wrong.
Be like, damn, you guys worked hard on this shit. You put you were digging and checking and they came up with this and is this your final answer? Is this your final answer? Is this what you're putting in as your final answer? And they be sure too. Yes, we're 100% sure. Be like Amari. Are you sure that he's the father? I'm 1,000% sure that he is the father. Yeah. Bitch, wrong again.
Right. Totally wrong.
Trey start trying out new things. Look at him.
I thought he had that up there before.
No, that just
I have. He just like.
Yeah, I am. You see my face, right?
Truth.
Look at my face. Look at my face.
Yeah, I saw Penny earlier.
Look how shocked I look.
This is business.
All right, y'all. That's it. That's the first installment. I'm guessing it's gonna be about 4 or 5.
Dang.
I guess. This is 80 pages. We're just
I imagine because you got all these names listed in it, so I know it's gonna be a long one.
Did she go live or she didn't?
Oh, I don't watch the.
Yeah, of course she went live. She went live while I was doing my thing over here. That's why I told everybody to speak to her.
Oh,
she heard you reading.
When I stepped that chair, I ain't know. No, she wasn't. She was playing yesterday.
She'll be all right. Yeah, she'll be all right. I welcome it. I don't care. She ain't stop nothing.
Lord have mercy.
They try. She
didn't steal the audience.
And the regulars were in there, huh? Yeah, the regulars were
I don't know who's over there. I just was told that she was doing it. And I said, oh, okay.
In her chat, like I was looking at her chat, there was the regulars. They were
I thought the regulars was in the bushes over here.
Well, they were like on my super panel, they were in the chat and they were like, who are these people? Where the fuck did they come from?
No shit.
Who are these people? And why they 2 of them had lion fucking icons. And I'm like, oh Jesus. Because Lil Reed, the 40-year-old virgin, he wants to be Snaggletooth so bad that he got the same icon as Snaggletooth. Like, damn. I'm like, it's there's some stalking going on here, and I don't think people are seeing it, but they will.
Child. This has been a lot.
All right, y'all.
We did learn a lot
going on today.
This is like behind the scenes.
What Trey Colley YouTube?
Yeah. This is like behind this is behind the scenes of the lawsuit. because this explains a lot of stuff that all of us have gone over before, like Trey, Truth, all y'all have dug into that lawsuit, right? I dug into the lawsuit, I read the lawsuit, everything, but this is like behind the scenes, which gives a lot of
We found some more shit.
yeah, it gives a lot of references to the lawsuit. Like you kept bringing up the lawsuits and what she said in the lawsuit, and a lot of this explains the things she was saying in the lawsuit more in depth than just like we read the whole lawsuit of the excerpts of it, but she's actually explaining a lot of it, and it's not looking good for her.
Okay, this is her explaining this shit. This is her amended motion.
Yep. With the stuff that she said,
so this is still her. This is still her writing. Right. She just threw more shit in there. Like we never would have known that UP mama was a sexual offender. She was on the registry. We wouldn't have known that had she not put that in her amended motion.
Who? What you say?
Well,
baby UP mama is the sexual offender. That's the one that went to jail.
Okay, you at first you said UP mom. That's what you said.
Well,
I said baby UP. I said baby.
Here's my problem with this. She never thought you would get your hands on this because the videos she made about the abuse of those two is contradicted all through this.
That's what I said. That's what I had asked when Trey mentioned it before he read it tonight. I said, well, that's just like her making that video about their trauma. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But that trauma was a lie because they were 11 or 10.
The trauma came from the oldest one. Yeah, they weren't toddlers, but the trauma came from the oldest one. Because that's how she ended up having the house therapist that ended up snitching on her.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. Her whole explanation of the trauma was about how they found out was the change in the diapers of one of them.
Yep.
Like,
took them to the hospital and all that.
Yeah, you took them to the hospital,
Yeah,
changing the diaper. They saw something. Well, wait a minute. That's not what you're saying in your lawsuit.
The paperwork, right?
Your lawsuit saying they were like 10.
But then they go around telling their story and shit.
Yeah. So they told their story about they were in a diaper because they were 10 and 11.
Basically rewrote the story, but just changed the ages and the,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? That's how it was.
Yep. Changed the ages.
Like the rewrite shit.
Well, because she wanted more sympathy.
Yeah.
And who's going to be more sympathetic?
Baby, so everything she described must have been what baby UP mama was doing to the other Griffin, the other Foster Griffin.
Yeah, because she never said it was that one doing it to the other one.
Yep, not in the video she did.
She says the foster home or the mother's home.
She made it seem like it was the parents, the actual parents that did.
Yes.
Yeah.
And but she also made it seem like she got them as an emergency.
Exactly. Yep.
And that she got the care of them because they were taken from the home and they needed someone and they gave them to them.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, she made it seem like they were babies. Both of them were babies. Because she did say, well, we don't know if the other one was but no, she made it seem like the oldest one was the one that could talk, right?
What do you mean? In the video?
On the video where she's telling about the trauma, she made it seem like the oldest one was the one that said something. Because didn't the oldest one blame somebody?
I don't know. I can't remember.
You remember, Trey? Do you remember? I believe I remember her saying that the oldest one said somebody did it. And I'm thinking she said the father did it.
I'm gonna have to have truth. I'm gonna have truth. I'm gonna have to ask truth because truth got the lie. So
Yeah, I remember she said something about the younger one couldn't really talk, but they believe something happened to the younger one. But it was the older one that supposedly was the one that was SA'd.
it was just disgusting to me because she come out here telling if they did go, if them they did go through any trauma, it wasn't YouTube business, point blank. And for you to come out here, like she always saying somebody is getting joy out for her pain. Well, to me, it was like you was getting joy out for their pain if they went through that. Because why are you out here telling what happened to them babies if you care and love for them so much? Like, I'm sorry. My love is more powerful for my kids, is more powerful than telling their business to a bunch of people we don't know. And that was sickening to me, and how she just went into grave detail about the shit. Like that shit made me sick to my stomach. Like, you just don't do that. Why would any parent want to relive that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, if that was really traumatizing to you and the girls, why in the fuck would you want to come out here and relive that shit? I don't care if it is it's not really your story to tell. You might say, yeah, because I was the foster parent, it's my story to tell. No, it's not, because they the one that experienced the shit. But now, since it's paperwork out here now, it seemed like the story was told another way. But still, if I'm saying if it did happen, that's some sick shit.
Well, my
That's
problem
the
is,
shit I
is that
couldn't get down with.
now we know it's not true.
And that's probably, but still, like, you got to be a sick individual to even come out here and just say some shit like that. Like, it's shit that really happened to kids out here. And for you to come out and just be so openly and discuss the way it happened and how it happened, and like, you a grown motherfucker. And for you to be saying, yeah, it was this coming out of their rector and
Yeah.
all of this coming out of their, private area oozing. I'm like, you just really comfortable with this shit. There's no fucking way. I cannot. That's some sick ass shit.
But how sick are you to make it all up?
Exactly. You got to be a sick person to even think of some shit like
She's
that, to come out here and try to do a story time on YouTube. Like, that shit is,
it's
that's some
documented. It's documented she's sick.
Yes, it's documented, but it's
She was
also
making that.
documented that she lied
Yeah,
about the whole thing.
yeah, that's true.
None of
But
that stuff happened.
but they just show you a sick person's mind to come out and just do some shit, say some shit like that. And then now to find out you was making the whole shit up, but it seemed like you was good, you just okay with just discussing that type of shit. Like, come on, man. That's what I was like,
Well, I think she made it into a child story to get more sympathy.
That's a nasty ass way to try to get some fucking
Yeah.
sympathy.
So
I mean, that's disgusting. That is fucking disgusting. Like,
to
for
get
real.
the sympathy, she changed it to two minor, small children to get the sympathy. But now, reading the court documents here, none of that happened. And a matter of fact, it was her own child that was behind it.
That's crazy. That is some crazy ass shit.
And,
This is some
and other foster kids in her care as well. Because remember, she
Yep.
was asking, was the other foster kids going to be charged? She just had a freak ass house going on. Wasn't watching them kids work for damn. Her or
Why
her
would she
mammy, because
ask
that's
if
what
the
she
other
claimed that
foster
was
kids?
it.
Why would she ask if the other foster kids gonna be charged? So did she have knowledge of them doing something they didn't have no
Well,
business?
I think they were in another home, and
Mm,
then those two came to her,
mm,
and it happened in the other home before she got them. But she
mm.
found out about it, told the police, they investigated it, and found out there was other kids but said there's not enough to charge the other kids, but we are charging your child for it. You see what I'm saying? So there was a story, but the way she said it, it made me feel like when she got those two kids from another home where other kids were, she got them and something had happened. And she took them to the police, and then she's trying to say the other kids were involved in it, but they were like, whoa, we got enough on this one. We charge it this one with it. So we'll be taking this one off your hands.
Damn.
Yeah, that's a whole nother story right there. Debunking story time. All right, it's getting late, y'all. Yeah. I'm shocked. Flexy's still up. Ms. Liz done conked out already.
I'm gonna go to sleep. I'll just,
Hold on, I was putting this thing back on the screen for Flexy since he missed it. Let me put it back up there.
Put it back up there.
Here. The part of the report. In early 2012, tragedy struck the Griffin home when plaintiff Griffin, youngest child, disclosed she'd been a victim of sexual abuse at the hands of former foster children while in her home. Former foster children while in the home.
While in the home. So I don't know.
Soon after the youngest... But it says soon after her youngest child's original disclosure, she also disclosed that one of her abusers was her own biological sibling, who was the other adopted child of plaintiff Griffin. Devastated, plaintiff Griffin contacted Warren Police Department to report the abuse, then later contacted CPS to make a report of abuse. Then this one. Warren came to Griffin's home. So
they took
more disclosures of sexual abuse were made by both children. Yeah, so it's actually unclear though, because it says both of them ended up making disclosures of being abused by former foster children. Whose home though?
Yeah, that's
Police
what I'm saying.
Continue to make reports. Police and the prosecutors only decided to pursue charges against the plaintiff's oldest adopted child because it's supposed to have been the only ones they could get evidence off of. So, yeah, this is 10 and 12. In 2012, 10 and 12 would have been the ages.
So say 10 and 12.
Like she was talking about here.
Not 2 and 4.
Yeah, not however old she was there. Yep. After many complaints, inquiries about whether other children would face charges, they told her no. So I'm unsure if it was the other foster kids in her house, if she had, because Hammerhead has talked about having other foster kids. We don't know if it's true or not, but she's talked about having them.
Lord have mercy.
So we don't know.
That's a whole shit.
We don't. Either way it goes, pretty much she failed twice at being a mother. And that's what I know. This Vito Foster family. Vito said she ain't got shit to do with this. She was long gone. Well, all right, y'all. To the next episode.
All right.
We out.
Wait.
See y'all.
For the next one.
Yeah, Vito would have graduated in 2001, 02. Like when she's the same age as me, so that's what I'm saying. It's either 01 or 02. So she would have been long gone in 2012.
Oh, okay. All right. So Vito's younger than or older than them. Okay.
A lot, way older than them. Cause she didn't get them kids until 2012. Like that's what she got them. If I'm not mistaken, she got them in the same year all this drama broke out.
Lord,
I have to double check my receipts, but yeah, she ain't had. According to her story, she didn't raise them girls all these damn years. From her story, they would have been 2 and 4, and she didn't raise them and still deal with them up to now at 24 and 22. Just not the case.
But in fact, she only raised one because the other one was in jail
for about 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
But when she got out, she got custody of the baby probably because she was on the registry. She was on the registry, and then when she got off the registry, she was able to go fight for her rights back. That's why Hilmahead was able to lie and say baby Hilmahead was her child. That's how we know the ages it is too, because baby Hilmahead, baby UP is.
Do we know why she's supposed to have custody of baby?
He's 6 or 7. He's Grayson's age. She don't got custody of him now, but back then she probably did because baby UP mama would have probably been on the sexual registry list. She had it 16 and then 16, 17. Then she probably was on the registry for the plead no contest, whatever the fuck she was charged with. And it was probably up until she was 21.
Lord have mercy.
Well, yeah, you know what? He would be 7 because he did kindergarten last year, but I'm thinking him and Grayson around the same age. But if I'm not mistaken, he was doing the kindergarten thing last year. She was trying to say something to me. So yeah, that makes about sense. But all right, Helmet Head, we're gonna be back with more. I know you mad. I'm not bothering you until I got the rest of this. Do what you do. Do my shocking news stories and body cam videos and things of that nature. Not you though. Until I get these documents. To the next episode, we out. Philly, leave people alone. Dick nose bastard.
Never been a hoe, I stay on go, so what the business? Nigga talking reckless, shoot this bitch ass with the quickness. Now he bleeding, sorry, begging, asking for forgiveness. Bow, 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 limp biscuit. All my niggas wildin', they done labeled us a misfit. Wake up every morning, 2 or 3, 5 in the tidbit. Oh shit, didn't nobody come to see you old, it's some focus. Shoot 100 shots, no reloading. Master of the game, you would think I'm into coding. Memphis niggas spit this pimpin', mackin' like I'm golden. Ho, with my money, you gon' turn me to the old me. Say hi, first class flight, I'm in the nosebleed. Copy, cooking, whipping, shipping, till you count the proceeds. OG, I've been moving back niggas since 03. Low key, niggas hating, but they don't want no beef. State gang, true sippers, bitch, I bet we don't eat. Get jammed, get a lawyer, make it bunny, don't speak. Pour up, I need some more. A nigga had a long week. Shout out to my plug, he showed me love, he out in Long Beach. I'm true geek, walking by myself but left with 2 freaks. Ooh wee, nothing in they mouth and on they booty. Austin Power swag, yeah baby, this is groovy. You can call me money boy or you can call me nudie. Hood niggas, churches, chicken, let me get a 2-piece. Top down, 2-seater, let me feel the 2 breathe. Gotta hold it steady, chopper, kick it back like Bruce Lee. Lately I've been in the zone, I guess I'm in my 2, 3. Don't call my phone for nothing less than a QP. Feeling like the Migos, cause my bitch is bad and bougie. All my haters love me, all these bitches is some groupies. Came a long way, I like to introduce the new me. Standing on business like I'm king or like I'm Drewski. Call me Run Island, cause I like my number choosy. When we link, it's a movie. She bustin' like a Uzi. I love the way she do me. I beat it up like Uzi. She dancing just like Suki. Call me Run Island, cause I love my lover choosy. When we link, it's a movie. She bustin' like a Uzi. I love the way she do me. I beat it up like Uzi. She dancing just like Suki. I never been a hoe, I stay on go, so what the business? Nigga talking reckless, shoot his bitch ass with the quickness. Name pleading, sorry, begging, asking for forgiveness. Pussy ass nigga, Limp Biscuit. Never been a hoe, I stay on go, so what the business? Nigga talking reckless, shoot his bitch ass with the quickness. Name pleading, sorry, begging, asking for forgiveness. Limp Biscuit.